So this is probably one of the earliest podcasts I think we've ever had.
Well,
is this right?
We used to do them at like 10 a.m.
We did. We used to, back in the drunk tank days, we'd sit in the rooms and the conference room we'd take over from 10 a.m. to 11. What's up?
Dan just ate shit off camera.
Did he?
I heard a thump, and then I saw Dan like...
Dan, the man, is in town.
He is. Dan, why don't you come up here? Why don't you jump in here? What the hell? So, I heard a really funny story. Dan, what are you in town to do, first of all? Gavin, why don't you tell us while he's getting on mic? What is he
he's
here?
in for Slow-Mo Guys shooting. We had a sponsored video.
Yeah?
Flew him in.
It was Go-Go, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Can you say? I guess you said.
I mean, we said it.
did.
There you go.
But I actually heard a really funny story. I heard a little tidbit.
Was it a tidbit or was it a titbit?
A little tidbit. That he's staying at your house, right? Dan?
Always, yeah.
You're staying at Gav's house?
Yeah.
I heard that you walked in on Meg in her bra
on.
and then didn't walk out immediately.
I didn't realize. Because
Meg, you want to jump over here?
No, because I knocked on the door because I was going to take a shower. And I wanted to make sure that Meg wasn't in her room at the time.
Because she might be topless.
Exactly. And I was like, I knocked on the door, and then the dog was in there, and it started barking.
yeah.
So I couldn't hear what she said. And then, so I was like, okay, walked in, and she was holding like a top like that, and I just thought she was wearing a top, and I was like, oh hey, I'm just going to jump in the shower. And she was like,
where's their top like
no,
this?
I just didn't realise, didn't process. And then she was like, oh yeah, I'm topless. I was like, oh crap, oh I'm sorry. And then I left. And then he made out like I walked in on her, like, and
The
was
way
like, oh hey,
what you
blah,
just
blah, blah,
said
blah.
was you walked in on her. That's
Yeah, I
same,
didn't
same thing. Meg, what happened? Tell us what really
Let me
happened.
tell you the real story here.
on.
Let me just start this by saying every time Gavin and Dan tell me the same story, I give Gavin so much shit. I'm like, you're being so mean. I'm sure Dan's version is closer to the truth. Dan, that is such a lie.
That's not.
Here's what happened. I was sewing a costume. It's sewing a top. So I just started sewing my bra because I kept putting it on to adjust it and take it off. I hear knock, 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 knock. What I tried to say was, Gav, if that's you, you can come in. I got, Gav, if that's you, door opens. I pull the shirt out of the sewing machine to cover my thing. And not like didn't know I was topless. Dan goes, oh my God, sorry. Do you mind if I take a shower? Because I'm just gonna get in there. And I literally am holding it like this. And I go, yes, get out.
So wait, I feel like this is an ambush. Like you're like, oh yeah, Dan.
Then
Yeah,
you're
welcome to the
like-
podcast.
Come on the podcast.
I never said I was
You piece of crap.
topless. Then I said, get out. Dan shuts the door and goes, sorry again. I just wanted to make sure it was okay. I didn't hear what you said. You knew you did wrong.
What? Oh, come on. You make it out like I was like, she's topless. I'll just stay in here for
He
a minute.
literally went.
That was not what it was like.
You fully were like,
Oh,
sorry.
on. Right,
Now that
okay,
I've
I'm
got
done.
you, though.
Well, Meg, I don't want to victim blame here, but I got to ask how this setup is in your house.
Yeah.
Why is the guest shower in your room?
It's not.
They're just so rubbish
in
at like
our-
DIYing. He pulled down the shower curtain
Right.
in like the guest bathroom and never bothered his ass to put it up. It probably like take 5
You
minutes.
can't use
No,
the
I
guest
threw up
shower
on it.
anyway.
You threw up on it, so you didn't bother getting a new one. You just
yeah,
can't
no.
use that bathroom
Vomited on it.
anymore ever.
So because you threw up on a shower curtain, you can't put it back up?
Yeah, what?
Well, it's crusty.
It's supposed to get washed and
No,
like,
I
wet.
vomited on it, but it was right in the middle of laser team, so it just stayed there for ages.
Why did you vomit on the shower curtain?
Yeah.
Oh,
Meg,
'cause
what's going on in your house?
No, I had food poisoning, so I was pooing. I was doing bum wee, and also I vomited. But
so
I
his
had
stuff
to,
was coming out of all ends.
So it's coming
Yeah.
at you.
So basically, I leant into the bath, but I just had to jam my head through the shower curtain. It went all over it.
Oh my God, that sounds like a nightmare.
I had a friend in college who he got really sick and he was he was vomiting.
Thank you,
next to
Meg.
it, and while he was doing it, started shitting too. It was like,
Wait, which end was? He was vomiting in the.
He was vomiting into the toilet, and while he was doing that, he lost control of his bowels, so he started shitting simultaneously.
in his underwear?
Someone
like onto the bathroom grounds.
Someone told me a story about how they had a friend around their house who was like puking in one of the toilets, and then the person who owned the house was like, "No, don't use that bathroom." So while he was puking, he puked from that bathroom all the way to the other bathroom. There's like a trail of puke. He was just like blah, 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 all the way to the other bathroom.
Was
So
he
it
just really
covered-
drunk? And he didn't
Oh,
know
he was wasted. Yeah, it was like a
Yeah.
house party.
I mean, there was one time where I like walked into my roommate's room when I was like pissed drunk, and I just busted him and his girlfriend laying in the bed, and I just started.
You got to work on the audio podcast. Oh man. Hey Jeff. So Jeff, I said to Jeff, why don't you come on the podcast because we'll be here. And Jeff said he couldn't come on the podcast because he had an appointment to get acupuncture.
I've always got an excuse why I can't do it.
And I said, what I say, he said,
You said it's okay. You don't have to tell people.
you don't have to tell people that you're going to acupuncture.
Dude, acupuncture is fucking cool.
What do you have done?
Does
Like,
it actually work? Like, isn't it
I
like
don't
one of those sort of, you know?
what are you solving? Can we ask you that? What problem are you solving?
Listen, I'm an old man now. I'm 40 years old.
Are you stiff?
I'm stiff. I am.
You were last night.
Thanks.
Quick on the uptake there, Dan. I like that.
He loves dicks. I have decided to fix my body because it's just been a hard life.
Too late.
It hasn't been good.
Yeah.
So I have a chiropractor
Get
that
a
I
new
go
one.
to every
That's
week.
a solution. Get a new body.
Yeah, I should. And I get just a bad back. My back sucks.
I know about this. You guys know about this?
Yeah, I bitch about it all the time.
Ryan, you want to jump over there? So you can like go inside car
So
with
you
us?
get needles in your back to help it.
I do every Monday
How
at
big are
4:30.
they? Are they just like?
What's your problem with your
They're
back?
like heroin
Like,
needles.
Can you like sitting still for a long time hurt you?
So
Doing this is like strenuous activity.
I don't know when it happened, but supposedly I did some damage to my C4 or my C5. I suspect it was when I built the skateboard park at TNI,
Yeah.
and I hurt my back one time there. And I guess she said that the damage to me is about 15 years old. She can tell by, like, there's like my vertebrae have calcified.
Yeah, your
Yeah, I
rings
was
didn't
gonna
find.
say-
That's exactly what I was
Yeah.
going to say. Yeah.
Yeah, no, my vertebrae have calcified, and that's from it's a whole thing. But she said it looked like 15 or so years old, which would put it about the time that I hurt my back at TNI, and I had to go to the doctor for a while.
Ryan, I have to ask: is this bullshit? I mean, does he have complain about having a bad back in the office all the time?
Not once. Never
Is it
heard
just an
before.
I don't
excuse?
fucking
Like,
complain because I'm not a baby.
Suddenly at 4:30 on a Monday, it's this
But,
unsolvable problem.
But so I decided at 40 that I should take care of my body, right? I've
Good
not
call.
been good to it.
Yeah.
So I'm getting.
The assignment's almost due.
Do you remember our friend Lori Webb? Jason Saldana's ex-girlfriend?
She's an orthogonal chiropractor.
She's an orthogonal chiropractor.
That what you do?
She begged me to go get this thing called my atlas adjusted.
That's your
And
C1
My
vertebrae.
C1 vertebrae. You're absolutely right. Your
base of your
brain
skull.
sits on top of it.
Yep.
So I went, and mine was 7 millimeters off and twisted.
By the way,
So-
you're gonna ASMR trigger Gavin over there, and he's gonna fall asleep.
Oh,
This
so
is-
that wasn't
good.
7 millimeters, by the way.
What?
This.
yeah, it was about 7 millimeters out.
That's
7
about 7 millimeters, right? I don't know. It's a fucking. Yeah, I wasn't trying to be legit.
7 millimeters is that.
This
I'm
is,
gonna come over
this
and
is
I'm
like
kick
when
your dick off.
somebody on the internet's like,
Is that
"How
why-
big's your dick?"
oh,
You're
yeah.
like 7 millimeters.
Yeah.
Got a 2 centimeter cock. It's about that big.
So I have a 7 millimeter off fucking atlas thing. So I go in every week, and they fucking hit it with a gun like this. Goosh.
It's like a stick.
It's
a
like a
percussion
stick.
stick,
And then
yeah.
the entire left side of my body goes like lax. It's really interesting.
Did you feel it like shift? Can you feel it pop?
Yeah.
Is it like
Really?
having a stroke?
No, I can't feel it shift. I can just feel like I don't know how to describe it, but
Like your funny bone, but in your head.
Yeah, kind of, and like the entire left side of my. I guess you carry stress, you don't realize it, and like when it's back in place, all of like everything just like loosens up.
Did you just get
like my
punched
face
one time?
loosens up? No, it was from the skateboarding thing, I think. But
By the way, if I recall correctly, he had a rail that he built. He had a ramp and he had a rail, and if I recall correctly, you were grinding on the rail and it fell and landed on the rail,
I did, yeah,
like
on the
across your back.
Yeah, and it
Yeah.
it was just fucked up, and I,
I
had
don't
to go to
think
like,
that's what
physical
your
therapy
injury's
and
from.
stuff. What's that?
I don't think that's what your injury's from.
What do you think it's from?
Well, there was a time I watched him do it where he was doing like a reverse Griffin hug, and he fell backwards onto his couch, and there was an Xbox controller there, and it got embedded in your spine. And then you said for the rest of your night that your spine felt wet.
It did. I know it's fine, so
man.
yeah, I've had a few injuries, but anyway, so yeah, every week now I go get because I just my back hurts all the time, so now I do Atlas and fucking acupuncture.
Gavin, where approximately did the controller embed itself?
Just in his back.
Like showing Ryan. Showing Ryan.
It
You have
was
a
about
reference
7
model here.
millimeters away from him.
Yeah.
It was
No,
like that.
that's way lower than what he's talking about.
It's about 7 mil off.
The part, it's about 7
Yeah,
millimeters.
his neck bone is actually down there. now.
You're talking about something like right up here, right?
So I have a tremendous amount of pain between my shoulder blades and then my lower back, and then the entire left side of my body. But since I've gotten my Atlas adjusted 4 times now, it's mostly gone.
Is it like-
After a certain age, it's a lot more efficient if you name the stuff that still works.
It's true.
As opposed to like trying to list all the stuff that's creaky or broken.
It's true.
Just go with the list of stuff that works.
My right foot is awesome.
Yeah. And I listen, I feel bad for your pain. I don't feel especially bad that you hurt yourself on the fucking skate park at TNI because Jeff almost fucking killed me one time. we had a like one of those big overhead doors. Like here at the studio, we got these big like airplane
Dude, I
things.
forgot about that. Was awesome.
Yeah, for you.
You were
I don't
upset.
remember
You
it.
were-
Everyone
you were
told me
angry.
about it. But we had a big overhead door, and it had no spring on it, so it wouldn't stay open. Like a massive bay door that you back up trucks to. So the solution was there was a huge, like that thick around, 7 millimeters around, steel pole that was sitting right there, and then they'd put that up and then let the
like a
door
hood of-
come
like a
down.
hood of a car sort
The
of
It's like a
pole
brace.
was like 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
I was in the dock. I was down like 5 or 6 feet down below the level of the bottom of the door. Jeff's talking to me, and while he's talking to me, he just leans up and rests his hands on the open door, which lifts it up a little bit, and then the pole just goes like this. And I'm walking away. This fucking steel pole comes down like a hatchet in the middle of my head. Bang! I don't even remember it. It was like, I just felt like every vertebrae in my spine just went ka-dunk like that.
Compacted.
You got knocked for a fucking loop. that was awesome. Not too long after that, I don't know if you remember this, you were walking to, I think we were at IHOP after drinking downtown or something, and you were going to your car, and you walked into a fucking, like a pipe.
It was
you remember that?
It was in a parking garage. It was
Yeah.
like a pipe at like right above eye level. You ever do that? Like a cabinet door? Yeah.
You had like a fucking thing across your head
I always see kids
forever.
do that when they sometimes you get like your walking path where you're not allowed to ride your bike down, so they put 2 things like that to stop people from going straight down on the bike.
I thought
And
in
now
accordance
you get kids that
to-
are right, exactly the right height, just go full pelt, goosh, like twat the head, like their head right here. Just
Yeah.
like a backflip.
So does Megan's Law not apply to you in England?
You'll have to look it up.
It's a very funny joke.
It is
Okay.
a very funny
Yeah,
joke.
I believe you. I believe you.
The other killer was when I was a kid was those guide wires that would come off of like telephone poles. And they were just like those diagonal, like just wires. And you'd be running along and you would just like clothesline yourself.
Those are the, that's how they made the fucking blaster noise in Star Wars. They would hit those with a tuning fork.
In those things?
Yeah.
Really?
In the desert.
I saw something online
did
about
Foley work about it.
an instrument that makes every like horror movie sound effect. It looks like a circle and it looks like
Nalgene or something like that? Or
Yeah,
it's like it's all touch sensitive and heat.
no, that's the theremin. I think.
Theremin,
That's
theremin.
what you're thinking about. That's like the good vibrations. What is a Beach Boys thing? No, but there's this thing. It's like you'd recognize all the sounds it makes. I'll put it up. And it's like I think there's even like water in it or some shit like that. So what are you gonna go get done though? What's your acupuncture? What are you doing?
They just put 28 needles in me.
Fuck.
From my neck down to my fucking ankles. Ankles are the ones that hurt. Everything else is fine. Neck feels good, but the ankles actually hurt. Getting needles in your ankles, I don't like it. Butt, get it in my butt.
Do you really? Mm-hmm. Like where?
Take it right in the butt.
Do you get like at the base
Like
of the spine?
Here. Yeah,
Does it
base
bleed
of spine.
like, afterwards?
Now, are they floating around in alcohol when they pull them out, or are they just on the table?
You know, I've never fucking seen them because I've always been they're in my back. I don't know.
Nah, Jeff's
don't know
floating
where they
around in
come
alcohol.
from.
That's enough.
Yeah.
That's enough
They could
alcohol
literally
for one
be pulling
room.
way it
them out
goes,
of
really.
themselves and jabbing them into you, and you wouldn't
It's
know.
super relaxing, man. Like you do it, and then you lay there for 20 minutes with the needles in you, and you fall asleep.
Sounds relaxing as shit.
You drool all over yourself. And then
You
they
like
wake
move
you
in
up.
your sleep and you roll over onto your back.
Yeah.
Why don't you
Does that
shut
kill
up?
you?
Just kidding. I love you, Dan. Salty.
Fox
You're a great guy.
Octopus is telling me I'm talking about the hydrophone. That's what I'm talking about.
Did you guys see? Speaking of horror movies, you guys see Wes Craven died?
Yeah, that sucks, man.
Sad.
Was he 86? 96?
He was 76.
He was
Six
the guy
or something.
behind Nightmare, Freddy Krueger, basically.
Sure.
He was behind the Scream movies as well.
Sure. Last
Yeah.
House on the Left, Hills Have Eyes. He those are pretty gross movies.
Nightmare on Elm Street freaked me out though. Like the first one,
He discovered Johnny Depp.
it got crazy after that.
It did.
Yeah, 'cause
He,
he was like a
uh,
writer director.
Then Tim Burton stole him.
He is credited for discovering Johnny Depp, and I think he gave Bruce Willis one of his first acting jobs too.
No kidding.
Yeah.
What was that?
Some fucking movie I never saw.
right.
I don't know. It might have been a TV show that he directed or something. But yeah, real sad.
Well, I don't want to keep you from your acupuncture.
Yeah, I gotta
appointment.
get going. It
How
was
deep,
so
how
good to
deep
see
you
you
going
guys.
here, by the way? You done chiropractic, acupuncture. What's next? You do phrenology?
I got it.
Yoga?
No, I'm not doing phrenology because that's bullshit. Next step,
that's
I had to
bullshit.
cancel my appointment because my chiropractor asked me to because she said it could fuck with the atlas. Rolfing. Finally going to do the Rolfing.
Are you really?
Yep.
That's I will bet you $100 reflexology is somewhere in your future where they push on your feet, all the zones in your feet.
I'll do that.
That's somewhere.
I'll do anything if it costs money.
Move the energy around your body.
Hey, go
Heal
find
it.
go find the
That
dude.
crap.
Remember the brain massage guy that we wanted to?
Oh, the guy like in India or wherever?
No. He's in Austin. He had a sign on the back
right,
of
he
his
had the
truck.
thing on his car.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should find that dude and do the brain massage.
I'm sure there's some picture of it somewhere.
Yeah, I bet there is. That's a good idea. All right, I'm out. I got to go
All
get
right,
needled.
go get needles stuck in yourself. Gavin, you can rejoin us. Hey, Ryan, what are you up to, bud?
Yeah, just hanging out.
How's free play going?
Good. Actually, we did another shoot today that'll come out, I think it was Wednesday's show.
Heard a lot of screaming.
There was a lot of screaming.
Yeah.
Thankfully, no hospital trips involved. So it was the good kind of screaming.
So what happened there? I mean,
What happened where? The
you tried to
screaming?
kill Meg, right? Is that the way that works?
Tried to kill is strong. Look, she was completely wrapped in pillows. What else
Sorry,
can we do?
I hate to interrupt. I know I just left and all, but I will say that he came into the office after he got back from the hospital, and all he said was, "If I can't have her, nobody will."
Kevin just don't react.
It's a case.
Not exactly how the conversation. Hi, Meg.
There's Meg.
Fight.
No, you tried to kill me. We actually have...
I did not try to kill you.
You did.
Come on screen some more.
Thank you.
It's okay.
Sorry. We have another camera angle of Ryan's like full shove that we edited out.
Full shove?
Yeah.
Look, it was like this.
That is.
Whoa,
Oh, he said it again.
She took a fall.
That is why you
Should've been a
edited it
soccer
though, right,
player.
Meg? You had to edit it because you didn't want Ryan to look bad.
Right. No, we did.
So
We
what
edited-
exactly happened?
Oh, so
You guys were playing basketball?
No, we were trying. Well, it was my idea. We were gonna play Fisher Price basketball in sumo suits, and there were so
As you do.
Right, like you do.
Heavily padded with helmets, I should
Right.
point out.
Complete safety gear, except for pads on the floor. So incomplete
safety gear. And then the helmets had stripes in the back that were missing, and I think that's actually like it came apart when my head like hit the floor.
My favorite part of this whole thing is those belong to Mariel.
Yeah, her family owns them.
Those are hers.
Yeah.
She just had them.
We just picked them up one day. But yeah.
Well, and then
Almost
falling
done.
down was part of it, but I didn't want to like full on body check you out of the way, so I was like, I'll just gently kind of guide her backwards, and then
guide her backwards like you do. No, yeah, we talked about it after. I was like, I felt myself falling. I'm like, I bet I could save this. Fuck it, I'm supposed to fall. It's like that's the point is that we're all falling over, and it went horribly wrong. So today we also.
Is that your first time ever having a head injury, Meg?
Yes, it was terrifying.
Yeah.
I hope I never ever experience
Did you
anything
say you
like
were
that ever
like
again.
dreaming?
Yeah, I was like dreaming while standing up, and then I couldn't recall like basic facts.
Yeah,
It is
that-
a scary
yeah,
experience though
it's
when
crazy.
you know that your brain is wrong and you just there's nothing you can do about
Yeah.
it.
It's like that little voice in your head, like when you're sometimes when you're really drunk or whatever. I
yeah.
get this little voice where, like, say I go to the toilet, I'm like, right, come on, get it in the bowl here, Dan. You've got this, and you're like, whoa, can't control it. You have that little voice of consciousness that knows you're drunk.
I
And then
recently
when you're bloody smack your head open, you have that little voice that goes, something's not right here, mate. You sort this out, and you're like, your brain's like dreaming random stuff, like daydreaming, and you're just not right.
I would
have that
actually really like it if the voice in Meg's head was Dan.
Something's wrong. All right, mate.
All right,
Get
mate.
the fuck to the hospital.
Get in the bowl.
I recently read a thing too that voice that's in your head, the voice that you talk to yourself with, that when you think those thoughts, that there's actually minute movements of your larynx, like your brain is actually like on a very very small level.
Talk?
Yeah, is vocalizing.
All right, I'm gonna think of stuff right now. You ready?
You're right.
Yeah, listen to that.
Yeah.
That's
But the instrument, by the way, is called the waterphone. Do you guys want to hear this thing?
Water phone.
Yeah, here, I'll play it for you. Unless
Is
you
it
didn't,
wet?
by any chance, pull up a file for this. Did you? Oh, you did? I'll let you play it then.
that one. Eerie.
I think they've got it.
Yeah, that's like every horror.
Every horror like sci-fi movie has those sound effects in it. I don't know. Were you playing sound on that, Patrick?
That was from you.
Oh, that sound was all from me.
Do you think
okay.
someone like invented those sounds individually on other instruments and then just thought, oh no, why don't you just put them in one?
Well, yeah,
thing?
it's pretty ugly.
creepy.
I'm also wondering
Yeah.
what happened first. Like, did they just make this and find out that it made the scariest sounds ever, or did
Yeah.
they make it specifically for scary movies?
I think sound guys will get sounds wherever they can. They don't. Give a
I want to buy one and just creep people out with it. Just hide like.
I think I would just be creeped out by a guy like hanging out playing music next to me, like in my
you
closet.
hide, obviously. You wouldn't. Yeah.
I would love, all the stuff they use for Foley sounds, like there's all like trays of different material and like different shoes. It'd be cool if that was combined into an actual instrument, like a big spoked thing with like different shoes on the end of it.
You would be
And it
like
had,
the one-man
shoes.
band of
Yeah.
horror noises.
Yeah, but just for Foley. It'd be great.
Don't they use like
you rotate
cabbages for a lot of it?
like that. All right. Well, we should say goodbye to Meg and to Ryan, so they're not just standing up there
Bye.
forever. I'm afraid we're gonna cut back and see something we shouldn't see.
He's strangling
there you
her.
go.
I like her make out. Damn it! Blame one.
Meg made her make out face. That was terrible. So Clayton, what do people do? Get on there and talk to us about what people do for sound effects too. It's Clayton DeWitt, our sound effects.
So is there
Every
any way to
sound
fuck
technician.
that little voice up, or is it always just kind of like aware?
I think you
and
have to do a
conscious?
lot of different things
Yeah.
at the same time and be absolutely off your tits to be able to not have that voice.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure I've always had that like little thing.
Yeah.
where I
My
know
drunk
what's going
voice
on.
works the exact same way every time, which is I'll be like 11:30, 12:30. Been drinking for a few hours solid, and the inner voice in my head just goes, stop right now and leave. That's what it always says. The exact same thing.
Yeah.
And either I will listen to that voice and be smart, or I will not listen to that voice, and that's the last thing I remember. From
Why'd you have
Yeah.
to leave as well? Why can't you just stop
I don't
and
know.
continue?
Mine,
Go the Irish exit. Just gotta like disappear, like just fucking throw a smoke bomb down. It's boof. I'm gone.
Mine's weird. It'll do this thing where it's like it'll turn stuff into like a game. So it's like drunk Blaine will play along with it. So it's like, oh, you got a little check mark list, and it's like, okay, just get to the bathroom. It's like, all right, mission accomplished. Next thing. And it's like
yours
a
is like
game.
you have to like trick. Yours is the equivalent of like, here comes the plane.
It basically
Like,
is. Yeah.
luring
Your brain's
yourself
like giving
away.
you quests in an MMO.
Yeah. I had basically something like that happen in Seattle, but I want to hear what Clayton has to say.
I bet you do. I bet you do. So Clayton, how do people like? Where do most sound designers get the sound effects that they use? This is Clayton DeWitt, everybody. Say hi, Clayton. What is your official title with us?
I just say sound engineer. I actually don't know what they write on company newsletters or anything
We
like
say
that.
sound guy.
What are these
Yeah.
newsletters that you're in now?
The Rooster Teeth newsletter.
Well, what Gavin's talking about is Foley, which is, you literally sit in a room with a microphone that's very quiet with a big projector with the movie on it, and you do whatever you can to make that movie sound like it should sound. And yeah, you're right. Nobody invented a machine to make those weird sounds. They probably just put something together and were like, that sounds pretty rad. What if we put more on there?
And so, how long have you been working on Laser Team, for instance?
Laser Team?
You were working on Red vs. Blue for this season. Have you done anything on Laser Team so far?
I've done some trailers and stuff. It's all internal, though. I don't
Clayton,
think
you
anything
pull me
anybody's
in
gonna
all
see.
the time to show me like Star Wars stuff. Like the TIE Fighter. Explain what the TIE Fighter noise is.
I found this out in undergrad. I was playing with the sound effects we had in the school library, and I forget what I was working on, but I took a baby elephant just moaning and
Hello.
then slowed it down to half speed. It sounds exactly like the TIE Fighter.
Isn't that what they used? It was
I'm
like
pretty
an
sure
animal.
it sounds like a TIE Fighter.
How does someone discover that?
We just screw around with sounds all day. That's what we do.
You get it, whatever sound you have, and just fuck
It's,
them up.
it's how the guy who was designing the sound of the TARDIS. You know what sound that is?
No,
Let me play it. We'll probably play an ad now.
all I think is that woo Doctor Who theme. Oh yeah, I know that.
Yeah, he just opened up a piano and took his house key and just scraped it down the piano wire.
Really?
To make that sound. And it's like, yeah, I guess that works.
Well, I think that
I
thanks,
just love
Clayton.
little
Thank you
facts
so
like
much.
that.
No problem.
So one of the things I always love about the Slumbo Guys videos is actually beyond the cool stuff that you guys shoot is the sound design for it. Because I go in and I watch when Gavin's editing, and it's whenever you see somebody edit, it depends. Like when you're doing a Let's Play, there's 6 video tracks
Yeah.
and 6 audio tracks. But when you do Slumbo Guys, there's like 2 video tracks or maybe 1, and then there's like 30 or 40 audio tracks. Like it looks like you're editing a song more than anything else.
I should put a screenshot of the one where we're firing guns, the automatic
yeah.
rifle.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it was slow. I mean, basically, the Phantom doesn't record sound. And even if you record sound at like the highest data rate you possibly can, it's still completely inaudible when you slow it down that far. So you just have to like retime sound effects, like slow them down like 50% and chop them all up. And basically, I had to put in every single sound effect. So it'd be like the click of the trigger and then the bullet, the muzzle flash, and then the bullet going like,
Yeah.
and then it would slide back sound effect for the new bullet,
Yeah.
the shell being ejected. And
Would
then
you
it
find that you'd miss
clock
something like,
back in.
oh, that's moving. I have to make a sound for that now. For
But
goodness sake.
it was like over 30 different audio tracks because so much stuff was happening and had to last beyond the next one.
Did you ever do a Slow-Mo Guys video where you didn't have sound and it just wasn't right? Or did you start from the beginning where it's like, it's
No, there are some where there's like the thing doesn't make any noise.
My favorite is when there's that bug eating another bug, and just when it puts it to its mouth, it just goes like that. It's like it wouldn't make that sound.
Well, here's like we filmed a bug eat another bug by complete accident, and it eats the fly out of the air. But I was worried that people watching on a phone wouldn't really know what they were watching.
Yeah.
So I put in the sound effect to signify something happened there. Basically, just eats the smaller fly. But I just munched a piece of popcorn.
So you think
it was
someone-
actually you.
So you think
just
someone
like-
watching on the phone would be like, oh, something must have happened there. Cool, awesome, that's great.
Dan, what's your favorite Slumbo Guys video that you guys have made?
I feel like there's different favorites for different things. Like the funniest ones, I think the one where I was basically waterboarded because I had a condom on my head and it was just full of water. That was hilarious to watch, and I found that funny afterwards. That was like one of the funny ones. And then the recent one where I'm sat in the balloon, that was hilarious as well.
The thumbnail for that one is probably one of my favorite things on the
Java.
internet as a whole. It's so great.
It's brilliant. And then there's other ones that look really cool, just like visually stimulating, and things like the water hitting the hydrophobic surface.
Oh,
and
that's
things
cool.
like that.
The weird thing about that is how closely you guys got the red and the blue streams to hit
Yeah.
at the exact same time.
Such
But
luck.
you can't like computers usually do that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But we just went, yep, 3, 2, 1, and it was perfect, pretty much.
It's just Slow-mo guys. So many stories about Slow-mo guys. Like, there's so much serendipity involved with that. Like the fact you've never lost a shot. You know what I mean? It's like just the fact that you can grab everything in this 4-second window. You know, and
Slightly
you get everything
amend
you
it.
want to see.
Slightly amend it. I've never lost a shot.
There we go.
He has. Remember that the watermelon with the rubber bands, and there was a video we did with the rubber bands that were around a watermelon. You put
familiar with
so
it.
many on, and it flings up. And one of the times we did it, it all flung up, and like Gav got twatted in the head with half the watermelon, but he triggered it too early, so he missed half the shot.
Oh, you missed you getting twatted in the head.
Yeah,
I mean, we got the bit that we use though.
yeah.
You know,
My favorite one is probably not one of the most popular ones. Is the ink in the aquariums.
I like
Yeah.
that. That's awesome.
Dude, I love that one because I watched that one in 4K
Yeah.
on my TV at home. It's like I got a 4K version of Netflix and then 4K version of YouTube, and you have to stream it directly because you can't go over the cable to do it, or you can't even do it on a disc. So seeing that 4K like in my living room was like so relaxing. I love that
it's
one.
very.
You tweeted out a video recently. It was like an old trailer, I guess, that you guys made, but it was like
Hold on a second, Patrick. I sent you a Vine. Since we're talking about sound design, I sent you a sound design Vine.
it was a Sledgehammer week or something like that. It had
Oh,
Peter
man.
Gabriel's Sledgehammer, and I couldn't stop listening to Peter Gabriel after that.
I love that song.
Dude, you have the best taste in music of anybody in the company.
It's mega 80s, man.
Don't tell him that.
He does.
Oh,
he was
God's
playing.
sake.
He was playing Neverending Story on set the other day, and I was like, "Fuck yeah,
Yeah.
he's good stuff."
Going back to missing shots, I just remembered one of the classic ones. We were doing a laser beam going through a bunch of balloons. Hasn't come out. I'm not sure if it will. Dan missed the shot. Basically, it's one of the reasons it's not coming out because I basically gave him very simple instructions. Do the thing. Run to the camera. Hit the red button. He runs. He does the thing. He runs to the camera, and then he goes.
You listen to why, right? But
It's because for a green laser beam or a blue laser beam, you wear orange goggles. And you couldn't tell which button was red.
They were all orange
So I was
buttons.
like, they're just like
all
fumbling
orange.
with the buttons. Like, I don't know which one it is.
I eventually got. I was like, I guess it's the big one.
Did it
We
work?
missed the shot.
Is that the one?
He
Well, that's
pressed
the thing.
menu.
'Cause he expected me to be in the shot. I was in the shot and I had to run around after running full pelt. So I'd have had split seconds to make it anyway. But those split seconds mattered because I had blue goggles on. I couldn't see orange goggles. I couldn't see what was going on.
Like blue blockers, orange.
Orange lenses to
Yeah.
block out the light or something.
All right, well, I want to show you. Do you have that Vine up by any chance, Patrick? Yeah, this is a good sound design.
Is it the duck
Can you hear
one?
it?
I feel like I just sit there doing that all day.
He walks away.
I know. It's like that to me. It's so awesome. It's a guy who finds like a bin full of these little ducks, and he squeezes one and makes this honk.
Can you
and
find
then
a
he just like
reverse?
puts his hand and smashes all the ducks inside of it and lets go, and it makes. It sounds like. Explain again. It sounds like the end of the world. It sounds like hell. Is what it sounds like.
sounds
Bagpipes.
It sounds like a stadium full
Find
of
the
people
there's a
cheering.
reversed version as well, which is kind of creepy.
There's a Vine that you kept on like. It wasn't even quoting. You're just making the noises. There's some lady doing a bubble bath. She's
Yeah.
like,
Barbara loves that one. I saw the Vine. I just sent it to Barbara, and I didn't put anything in it at all. I just sent the Vine link to her, and it's a lady taking a bubble bath and getting ready to like get in the bubble bath with wine and everything else. And it's just like cuts of her like pouring in the bubbles, pouring the wine, showing the water coming out. And every time she shows something, she's like, "Oh yeah, that's it." So Barbara does that constantly now. I knew that was like, but it was perfect for her.
How long do you think it would take that store to shift all those ducks? Like,
Who's
this is
buying
massive.
ducks like that? Who?
It'll take them years to get rid of all those.
Well, you mean to like get through the whole inventory?
Yeah.
Who knows? After that video, they'll probably sell tons of those things at a time. Like sell 20 to 30. I like how the guy just bolts too.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I'm like, Dan, we'll say goodbye here in a second because we want to talk about PAX here. You didn't go to PAX, did you?
No.
Okay. But I'm really jealous, honestly, of Viners. Like their ability. We did Vines for a while, Gav, and the ability to set something up and then pay it off in 6 seconds is really rare. I mean, it's a really
art.
hard thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some people are just really great at it.
I should do Instagram because Vine is just like 6 seconds is not enough time.
It's kind of like, and we'll
You've
talk.
done some funny vines.
We should talk about the iPhone in a second. You do have some very funny vines.
Yeah.
Was it a Vine that you did where you're walking through the Greenbelt and you find yourself? Was that a Vine?
Yeah, it was an Instagram.
Oh, that was really funny. I left my ass off at that, and I showed it to Ashley. She's like, "That's weird." But Dan, we're gonna swap you out with Ashley because I want to talk to Blaine and Ashley. Everybody, say goodbye to Mr. Dan Gritchie.
Mr. The Man.
Tubing again.
Hey,
sometime
Dan,
soon.
I just want to point out I haven't called you Danny once this whole time. I went through like a whole trip one time where I just like couldn't keep myself from saying Danny for whatever reason. Can't remember why. So Ash, come on in here and say hi.
See you, Danny.
No, don't. Is that why I said
look
it?
at his face.
Look at he's so upset over
Oh
there.
man.
But PAX. Here's a weird thing about PAX.
Evil.
So this is PAX Prime. This is the one that's in Seattle, the original one. Ashley was at the very first PAX when it was only 3,000 people. Gus and I were there as well. I think Jeff was there too.
I think that's where I met Gus. Yeah.
Yeah, we were selling DVDs out of a suitcase, literally. I mean, that's why we didn't know that you could sell like merchandise at a convention. So we sat in a table in a hallway selling DVDs out of a suitcase.
Is that legal?
That's how we did it. It's PAX. Who gives a shit?
They sold a lot of other things out of their suitcases too.
I'll let you guys talk about it for a second, but one of the weird things about this year is normally PAX is on the Labor Day holiday. It's a holiday weekend. And it's as a result of that, they do it 4 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday the holiday. It's not on a holiday this weekend, but they kept the 4 days. Like their PAX is going on right now as we're recording
Barbara's
this
there right
podcast.
Yeah. The whole team's there. I have no idea why all the exhibitors were worried that it would be a ghost town because some people they'll take one day off to go to the convention and they're used to taking the Friday off, but who's gonna take Monday off? It's nice when it's on the holiday weekend because extra day and nobody's really missing out on work or anything. So I don't know. I'll be really curious to see from Barb and Gus and everyone when they get back how many people were really there today. Maybe I'm totally wrong and just everyone did it.
Well, I honestly think that probably if we don't run PAX obviously, but as somebody who runs a convention, if we traditionally did 4 days and then we get a holiday weekend where we're going to knock a day off, you have to be really careful about that because the exhibitors are a huge part of PAX. I mean, they have their exhibition floors like 3 different floors where video game companies come and exhibit. So if you're knocking a day off of that could really reduce the price of those booths or anything like that. I would feel like to protect the value for the exhibitors, I would feel personally, I'm not sure if this is why they did it, but I would feel like I had to like keep it at 4 days just to keep that same value for them. But then to hear the exhibitors are like, shit, we got to be here for an extra day and we know nobody's going to be here.
Yeah, so I guess it'll be interesting to see. Like, if it turns out that there are a ton of people there, the exhibitors will be super happy. If it turns out there's no one there, then the exhibitors wasted all of their time and all of their people keeping like all their staff and resources there instead of sending them back to work.
I try not to abuse the privilege that we have at Rooster Teeth sometimes, but the one exception I make is at conventions like PAX and San Diego Comic-Con. We don't really get to the E3 too much, but is to be able to go through the floor before it opens and like, they're showing Halo 5 here. Well, hell, I'll just get in line 2 minutes before the hall opens and I'll be ready to play Halo 5.
We did that.
We did that. Gavin and I did HoloLens that way.
There's a guy that talked to me and Ashley. He's like, hey, once the floor's closed, like you guys can come on by and just get front of live for Oculus.
Yeah, it was really cool. We didn't get by, but it was very nice that he offered.
Yeah. Privileges.
They get
For
pretty
Oculus?
serious about. Yeah, the Oculus booth was right next to the YouTube booth, so we were staring at it basically the entire bit. This is really
at
crazy.
E3, the YouTube booth was next to the butt sniffing pugs booth.
Yeah, it was.
So a little bit of a step
Played
up
that
there.
at RTX. That's a fun fucking
Gus,
game.
very fun.
Gus still went back and played it.
Yeah.
He just needs that controller in that game. But I was talking to Blaine about this. It's really interesting charting Oculus's progress, like as it gets closer and closer to launch, by the size of their booths at events. Like a couple years ago, this year it's this huge booth. It's like the size of a block. Like I'd say it's bigger than YouTube. It was bigger than really a lot of the game publishers. It was huge, which is a huge change from a few years ago. It was like in a ballroom in a satellite hotel, and it was a card table with a unit on it.
Well, getting bought by Facebook for $2 billion kind of helps you in that regard. Was it $2 billion? Was that what they sold Oculus for? That's by the way, that's
so.
300 million more than what YouTube sold for. Oculus sold for that much money.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and YouTube is like, I mean, that was a huge deal. I mean, MySpace sold to Fox for $500 million. And it's and now who knows?
But they
what
feel like
Facebook's worth.
chumps now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
but Facebook is smart. I think them buying it. A lot of people freaked out when Oculus was purchased by Facebook. But it's really smart.
Are
'cause
you okay,
Facebook-
Dan?
Yeah, he's fine.
Dan tripped in the same spot.
He's stumping around over
He
there.
doesn't learn.
But Oculus is or Facebook is in a position now, like buying stuff like WhatsApp for $17 billion and Oculus for $2 billion.
Was it 17 or was it 19 billion? It was whatever it was. Like at that point, what's a billion or two here?
Well, I think there's a certain portion of it that when they do those purchases where it's like certain valuations that depending on how you calculate it, based on where Facebook closed for the day, you can fluctuate anywhere between 17 and 19 billion dollars. But the rumor was somewhere between 17 and 19 billion. It's $20 billion.
WhatsApp, the messaging app?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically like iMessage for people who
Yes.
don't have iPhones?
Yeah.
Dude, if you want to make billions of dollars in internet technology, make a fucking messaging app. Seriously, that's it. AOL bought ICQ in the late 90s for $190 million. And I thought, okay, that's done. We're done. Instant messaging, that's locked out. The AOL is the standard, and that's what it'll be from now on. There's been an instant messaging client that has become the darling of the tech industry every couple of years and sells for billions of dollars now. I mean, that's what you want to do.
And why are their lifespans so short?
It's all user bases. That's why people get really
Like
excited.
MSN Messenger, in and out.
Like
That took a
she
while.
used WhatsApp when she lived in Australia.
Yeah.
WhatsApp, I think, has a big user base in India as well. So Facebook, why not just spend the money? And it's a defensive move for them.
Yeah, I don't even know how many people use WhatsApp anymore. I used it because for a long time when I was in Australia, it was cheaper to use that to send international text messages or anything with media in it, anything like that. It was a lot cheaper because my phone plan in Australia I was paying like 25 cents a text message,
Yeah.
which is
Okay,
ridiculous. Okay, it probably wasn't
I had
that much,
WhatsApp
but it was
just
a
to talk
lot.
to you. I installed it just to talk to Ashley.
You're so sweet.
Blaine, you ever do that?
What's
Hey,
that?
girls you're dating, you have like something you install just to talk to.
No, it's just Tinder. You just stay on there. And one thing leads to another. You get her text message number.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you trying to segue into the girl?
Did you while you were telling the story? Did you instinctively try to pull a pube out of your mouth?
There was There's something in the bottle. Leave me alone.
But I installed. So I got a new iPhone. We're supposed to talk about packs for a second, but I'll go off on the iPhone tangent. I got an Apple Watch now.
Oh, look at
You
you.
shattered your.
Yeah,
You got an
and-
Apple Watch and a Fitbit
You got us both
at
one.
the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the iWatch or the Apple Watch does a really stupid thing for fitness, where it measures your calories, it measures your number of minutes of exercise per day, and then the Fitbit will do your steps per day. But
Apple Watch does steps too.
Apple Watch doesn't really do steps. It does.
You got to scroll down.
How many times you stand up in an hour?
That's a different thing.
Then what is
I don't
that?
understand that
No,
stand-up goal.
I'm pretty sure there's steps. Hold on, let me look at this.
For those who
I'm still
don't,
getting used to it too.
for those who don't have an Apple Watch, there's a thing that it basically tells you to stand up, or if you've been sat down too long, but it does it at the same time. It does it at 10 minutes before the hour.
If you haven't stood up that hour.
If you haven't stood up the hour. So, in a movie theater, every 50 minutes, or on the 50th minute of every hour, a
Gavin.
bunch of people go, huh. And it's
Is that
all the
right?
people with Apple Watches. It's like a weird sort of, they're trying to get everyone in the world to move at the same time.
I have. Oh, sorry. Go
To
ahead.
be fair, this does not have steps. It has move, which is calories. It
has
has
steps if you-
exercise, which is minutes. And it has stand, which is like once an hour.
So you're saying it has the three things that I just said.
I use this app
Yeah,
called.
I'm just confirming that there
Where's
is
this-
no steps on here.
Where's these steps?
I was on your side here. Don't get snarky at me.
I'm not being snarky. I'm being regular. Not
I use,
snarky.
Yeah,
I
look,
use an app called Tap
I don't
and
know if you
Track,
can
and
see it.
counts as many steps that you do, and then it'll also like deduct calories for that day. And I just got a new vehicle, and it's like got a really big engine. And I put my phone on the thing, and it shakes the phone.
Yeah.
And one day I was like, 14 miles because I've just been driving all day.
We had that when I was moving down here. Brittany and I road tripped for 3 days, and it was like this. It was U-Haul or was
I don't
it
call
was
it
one
a
of those
road
big
trip.
Trucks.
We packed up our stuff in a moving van and moved it down here. We drove a moving van.
It
Not
was
exactly a road trip.
It was a very long trip on a road. I'm gonna take it. But here's the thing: is the truck vibrated so much that we had no problem, in spite of the fact that we were sitting all day. But at the time, I think we were using fuel bands, and at the time, it was like, "You surpassed your goal. Good job!" As we're just sitting there driving down the road, like,
Vibrating.
"Yeah, thanks.
Oh, you see
awesome.
this?
Good to know."
See this set? Oh, hang on.
Is that on the health
No, I
app?
don't.
I'm just looking at my
Anyway.
G-Shock
I
watch.
see. What's the 3619? Is that your
My
your steps?
You just scroll down.
Where do you go? Where's that?
So Gavin, so I have been
I'm gonna dump my beer on
I've been
myself.
pretty relentless, and you have too, about bitching about the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 6 Plus specifically for
Dog
me.
shit.
Absolutely. So I cracked my screen.
Oh, he is right. It's right there. I've done 3,000 steps.
Oh, really? Okay. Do you have to have your phone in your pocket to do it, or does it just do it from the phone with the watch?
Does it with that?
Okay. Anyway, I had a dumb thing where I had to get a physical, and they had to get me down to my underwear so they could like give me like feels and gropes. You know what this
That
is all about.
Turn your head and cough, yeah.
just so you know, you didn't actually have to be in your underwear.
I did.
Did
What
you
are
get?
talking about?
Did you get fingered?
No, I got the. He did the thing where he tickled my nuts.
I mean, you're using your
made me
finger.
cough.
Wait, so did he like
wait,
go
wait, wait,
in
wait. They
and
tickle
up?
you?
He gave me like a push like that. He gave you a 2-finger
I got
push.
Yeah, the side.
Wait, push
Yeah.
on the penis? On the balls?
No, on
And
the
then-
balls, on the base of the balls.
It's between the leg and the balls. It's like the bat wing area. That's
So-
where you get that. Yeah.
He prods your bat wing and then you have to cough?
And that's to test if you have a hernia.
And because the balls go up.
I don't know. I actually don't know. What is it, Blaine? Do you know?
I don't know. I thought hernia had something to do. Okay, I'm gonna prove that I'm very ignorant. What's the thing with the asshole like protrudes out?
Hemorrhoid?
Yeah. I know nothing. Do not talk
Prolapse?
to me about the subject.
What the hell? Why would you bring that up?
I used to think that was the hernia. Something had to do with your asshole.
I mean, a
poking
hernia
out.
can poke out of your stomach typically. I don't think they poke out your
Yes,
asshole.
it's where-
very
Oh,
much.
okay.
It can poke out your stomach?
Well, it's like a
hernia, yeah, if
tear
you like-
in your core.
Right, so
alien?
it's like when your intestines ends up poking through the muscle, right?
It's
Right.
like the
Your-
lining
out.
of
In your
the lining
abdominal wall?
breaks and organs poke out.
But here's my question: when he does the thing, or he or she, because it could be anybody these days, being a doctor, they put their fingers up in there and they say cough, and you cough. Like, what would they see or what would they experience with their hand to say, "Oh, this person has a hernia"?
Hold on.
maybe the testicles.
Here we go.
It's not doing anything.
So
Well,
would
you
you do
probably have to
something
be
else?
hanging.
Hold
You
on,
probably
just
have to.
hold on.
No, my hands are cold. It's just it kind of flexes.
I like you
My
might
hands
your
dirty.
dick for that.
It might be that when you cough with a hernia, you don't use all of the muscles because it's ruined, and your balls don't jump.
Oh, okay. What
Well,
if
they're
instead of
short-
coughing, you sneeze? That would be how you know you have a hernia. Anyway, I had to do that. I had to get the hernia checked. So I had to get down to my underwear. And I did this thing where I pulled down my pants down to my ankles. My iPhone 6, as the pants went all the way down, at my ankle level, it came up and it fell out and shattered. It was like half a foot. It was like that much.
It was like 7 millimeters.
It was
already-
7 millimeters.
Callback.
It just completely shattered. So
It had been cracked already.
the tiniest of cracks, the tiniest of cracks, but it shattered the iPhone 6. And I found out you always get on me because I don't get Apple Care. Because I always figure I can last a year, and then if my phone breaks, I'll just buy the latest iteration, which we know is coming out now September 9th, right? It's coming out in a week.
I think, no, that's when they're announcing it, and then usually they'll open pre-orders and start shipping them like in the next
2
month
weeks
or so.
later or
Yeah,
something
it's
like
like
that.
2 or 3 weeks.
It's
Yeah.
not a long turnaround.
By the way, when I bought my Apple Watch, it shipped the next day. I literally got it 24 hours later. I had the watch.
Why is that a brag for you? Well, who cares?
Well, because everyone waited 3 months to get their Apple Watch when it came out, and I was so
yeah, but now they've been out a
nonplussed.
while, so what do you expect?
No, I know. I'm just
Gavin,
saying.
what wristband do you have for your Apple Watch?
Space one?
Or if the black link one.
Yeah, I ended up getting the sport one because I couldn't see how.
It's cheaper.
I got a little tiny one because I'm a little tiny person.
A little dinker.
What?
little dinky one.
We just saw Meg next to Ryan. She's a little tiny person, too.
What?
She has her head. I was just looking over there. Meg sits like right off the set of the podcast. She sits right there. So I always have to like check.
Yeah, Megan and I
whenever we
both
talk.
sit next to the control room in like an alley.
I sleep on those beds.
I
all
know
the
you
time.
do.
All the time.
But anyway, so we were
Bed buddies,
I went to the Apple store, and you always get on me because I don't get Apple Care. But I
when
found
have
out
when have I got on you for that?
you said because you said, did you get Apple Care? And I said no, and you're like, oh, idiot. That's what you do exactly.
I don't know
I'm
that.
sure anybody who listens to this podcast could envision that conversation taking place. You give me shit about not having it. Anyway,
Were
you
we
do.
talking about not having a case?
Do you get Apple Care?
Well, yeah, because I'm an idiot and I don't use a case.
Yeah.
So if I smash my phone, which I did, you get 2 replacements for like $90. And they
Burnie
replace
had a case.
They replace the entire phone, which is great. Like if your battery sucks or if the phone's
But it
just
costs
crap.
you $99 to get Apple Care.
Bung it.
They replaced my whole phone for $129.
Yeah.
So you've had a phone replaced. I've had a phone replaced. I paid $129. You paid $99 plus $90.
I
I'm
paid
telling you, don't
$99
get Apple Care.
Maybe I don't have Apple Care then.
You should not get Apple Care.
Wait, so they replaced your whole phone for 100?
They were going to replace the screen for $129.
What capacity was your phone?
120 gigs. They were going to replace my screen for $129, or I could replace the whole phone for $350. And I went, forget it. I'll just come back another day. And he goes, we'll just give you the phone.
Whoa.
That's literally the way it worked.
So it's like a little under the table deal you did there.
A little bit.
Did you flirt with him or something?
Nah.
So basically you're saying
I got checked for a hernia.
So what you're saying is don't pay for Apple Care and then sweet talk the guy at the desk.
Yes, exactly right.
I'm not going to do that.
Do it. Sweet talk the guy. I want to watch you.
wanna see
try
you
to sweet
stumble
talk
through
in a
that, yeah.
customer service situation.
I did it online. You
Anyway,
can't
the
sweet
guy
talk
was like
the
awesome.
agent.
He went through my whole phone and ran a diagnostic because he said he held my phone and goes, your phone feels kind of hot. And I said, yes. And he goes, let me check something. So he checked it and he looked at it and he could see how many times I got the thermal shutdown on my phone, which was a lot.
Which happens a lot because he likes to put it in the window on planes.
I didn't tell the guy that. But then
You've cooked your phone.
I've also had like 18 different apps have crashed on my iPhone. He goes, you get a lot of crashes? I go, yeah. He goes, how's your battery on this thing? And I said, it's shitty. I don't like this phone. And he said, well, the Plus is almost all battery. So the Plus should last you a day and a half or 2 days on one charge. And I was like, absolutely not. Does it work like that? And he said, okay. And he looked through my phone and he could see, I guess, by the installs and the backups on it. He said, do you restore your phones from backup when you get them? And I said, yes. And he goes, how long have you been doing that? I go, since the iPhone 3 or iPhone 4. And he goes, don't do that. I'll give you this phone. You'll get a new phone. He goes, just start over with a new phone if you have cloud stuff and everything, your email, back up your data. And I was like, I use mostly cloud stuff for like IMAP, email, and all that stuff.
So does that mean all your text messages and stuff are gone?
So all my text messages, yes, are gone.
That's annoying. I wouldn't want to do that.
Well, they're on my computer because I synced it up here. So I have all these here. But the phone is so much faster doing it that way.
Is it rotating now?
It's rotating. It's doing everything that it should.
Video?
It plays video.
What?
It's great.
So we've basically just been dragging each iterations of problems across every different phone, and now you're just clogging up the latest one?
That's exactly what he said.
That's awful.
That's exactly what he said. Because you're just making an image of your phone and applying it to the new one. So it'd be like if you buy a new computer and you like install like Windows 95 on and then upgrade it to XP, and you're just constantly like applying all your old problems.
Yeah, that sucks.
Brandon also went through my phone when I got a new one. He was just like, yeah, like he went through and all the stuff that was going on in the background. He just turned it off.
Notifications.
Yeah, like lasted.
That'll drain your battery. Actually, told me that.
Notifications and location.
Yeah, location tracking.
You basically need to separate that out. I don't want all or nothing.
Yeah.
But Apple's very all or nothing. Like I want to be able to sync. Say I get a new phone, I want to just pull all of my messages and everything else I'll do manually.
Or just me. I just want to put my goddamn music back on the phone. It's like with
get
Apple,
me
that's
started
still
on
way
music.
too hard. Way too hard for what it needs to be.
iTunes is the worst.
iTunes is probably
I went
the
off on
worst.
one recently, so I'll keep my mouth shut. But
Yeah.
screw iTunes.
There you go. But here's I gotta feel a little bad because there's one thing I didn't back up and it's not gonna make it.
Oh, that's not from me.
It wasn't cloud based and it didn't save any of my information. My fog of the world is all gone.
Oh,
It's all gone.
We've
It's
worked on that
actually
for
on a
years.
backup that's on my computer, and I could restore, probably try to export it, and then wipe the phone and then do it. But I'm gonna let it go.
So you're just going to give up on that?
I was at level 500.
So
yeah.
Gus won.
What's that?
So Gus won.
Gus can win if he wants to keep going at this point. Yeah.
It'll probably also stop you from shoving your phone in the plane window and keep your phone good longer.
What's that?
Well, if your fog of the world's gone, you won't put it in the window anymore.
That's another reason why too. It's actually, I don't want to do it anymore because it was like, I travel a lot, and it was like a level of overhead that it was like nobody else is playing Fog of the World. I think on the leaderboard there was
Is
like
it a game?
There's like 8,000 people on the leaderboard.
It's gamification of your world.
Of your GPS
travel.
data.
I mean, so there's levels, and you can see as it unlocks the world and all that sort of stuff. But it's not like a game. You don't do anything. You just run it.
Yeah.
It's a game in real life,
a
Gavin.
game.
What you got there, Burnie?
But perhaps my phone would not have broken if I'd have had, say for instance, different underwear on. Hey, when you look good, you feel great.
John Reisinger tweeted a picture of me and Aaron working on John's car, and like my ass crack was hanging out, and my Hanes underwear were sticking out, and MeUndies tweeted me, and they're like, "Some bad underwear game, bro." And I was like, "Oh,
did they really?
no, MeUndies, no."
Were they following John Reisinger?
I don't know how they got to it, but I was like, "Shit." Like,
Actually, I really like that. I love when like we have a sponsor somebody and they actually pay attention to the content that they're sponsoring.
Yeah.
And I think most of our sponsors have done that, And MeUndies is definitely
Unless
one
they're
of them.
paying attention to that ad read.
No, well, I'll do another one, and we'll send them that one as the example. So we have a
wanna
second
just-
sponsor slot. So
we
I'll
can just when
read
we
him
put this
another
out,
ad.
we'll just dub it with like the correct read over the top of you being like,
you're like a Godzilla movie.
We can play the MeUndies theme song. I don't know what that is exactly.
So how was your PAX? Overall?
It was really
Let's
good.
get to talking about packs finally.
So Blaine
There's
and I
Blaine's
were.
underwear.
Blaine and I were. Oh,
Oh,
my
God, you can see the sweat stain.
Well,
God.
hold on. Can we pull that up again?
No, we cannot. Oh, God, it looks like
How
scratch.
low is your fucking? Doesn't it feel like your ass is just hanging out in the world?
Well,
I mean, your anus is on the belt line there.
Like, please
Yeah.
explain
It really
this.
is,
You've
isn't
got a belt on there. How did that happen?
it's an old belt. I wear this belt every day. It's not very good, but it looks good.
I mean, we got like a hold on. We got like
It's
Well-
on that. You got some room.
the
there.
turquoise
Isn't that the
hawk.
opposite? Isn't a belt supposed to be nice and like? Shloop?
I wear it because it's my granddad's belt buckle. He gave it to me. So
Yeah.
What about the belt part of it?
it is also his.
what an odd thing to
So
pass
PAX, anyway, am I right?
Turquoise belt buckle. So let's talk about packs before we talk about Blaine getting high.
Yeah. Oh my god.
okay.
Oh my god. You should have
Okay.
seen his eyes. But we'll wait for that. Yeah. So we went to PAX. Blaine and I were running the stream for YouTube. We did an all-day live stream on the Rooster Teeth YouTube channel. Actually, it was on the new YouTube Gaming. I don't know if you guys saw that version of it.
Gaming.youtube.com?
It was streaming on our normal channel as well, but when you pulled it up on the gaming site, it looked awesome. It was huge and it played like automatically. It had the nice chat running down the side. I thought it was super cool. But we did an all-day stream on Saturday, checked out some game demos, a couple of games that we'd had E3, getting a little bit of like updated new stuff about them. We played some ridiculous games, like Joel ran a
Cosplayer.
It was a cosplay thumb war competition.
Joel did?
Yeah.
Joel did.
What's you had to dress up your thumb?
Get a cosplay your thumb?
No, he went and got. It was originally going to be a rock paper scissors tournament. That's what Gus suggested, and then we got up
That's
there.
a great idea.
And Joel and I were talking about it. And he's like, "What if we do thumb wars?" And I thought, "Yeah, we can do thumb wars. That's totally fine." And then he saw cosplayers and went, "I'll be right back."
He got
And
like
he
the
went-
most
he
elaborate
got
ones too.
Crazy, yeah, like League of Legends cosplayers. You know how crazy those costumes can be. What's up? I'm getting. Oh, that's not from you. I keep expecting like little like hearts and stuff from you now that you can like.
My phone said, my watch
Ping
says
my
it's time
wrist.
to stand up. Should I stand up and walk around? I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna stand up because my watch is telling me I have to.
So we did that. We invited the creatures on and played a game of Munchkin, which, by the way, I always think I know how to play. Did your phone shatter?
Yeah, that's fine.
Brooks.
I always think that I know how to play Munchkin
It's okay.
because I've played it a whole bunch of times, and then every time I play it, I realize that I have no idea what I'm doing.
What
It was,
what
but
is
by
that?
then it
I
was
don't think
way
anybody
too
knows
late.
what they're doing when they play Munchkin.
What's
I think they're
Munchkin
just-
again?
Munchkin,
doing whatever.
it's a card-based RPG. It's a card game. Everyone starts at level 1. You draw your cards. You fight monsters. You loot treasure. You go up levels. And the idea is to beat everyone else to level 10. But you can backstab each other and like sick additional monsters on someone to try and get them killed, or
okay.
get help from someone and agree to like share the treasure or something like that, so that they'll help you beat a monster. It's really fun.
I'll sit down in a second. Don't worry about it.
How's your standing going?
Here, I'll do like this squat thing. There we go. Now I'm in the shot.
You look like you're humping the chair.
Do I? I'm just checking it for a hernia. I'm literally gonna sit down in like 2 seconds. As soon as this thing tells me it's okay.
All right,
All right.
We'll wait for you.
Did you have fun though?
I did.
mean,
Yeah, it was really cool.
Good year for PAX, bad year for PAX. The only thing that I saw that was new was Cliffy B's game Lawbreakers.
Shit.
Looks pretty good, right?
Yeah, Adam and James played it. Adam apparently went like 20 kills or something like that.
Is it FPS?
Yeah, and he had the devs
Like
behind
low
him.
gravity stuff too.
Yeah. It kind of looked like remember that club? The club is like a Capcom game. It was like a speed running, shooting thing. It looked like a mix of a bunch of different games like that in Destiny and Halo. It looked cool.
I think the premise is that at some point in the future, mankind does something that shatters the moon, which causes a massive earthquake on Earth, and then like destroys a lot of civilization as it was at the time, and then also causes gravity fluctuations on the Earth from that point forward.
Because of the moon?
So in different parts of the arena, it appears I haven't played it. Different parts of the
Let's
arena.
not get science in here. Okay.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's like maybe like moon dust or something got on the Earth. But I think from what it appears, there's different parts of the arena that are lower gravity than other ones.
Well, they have like different character classes and stuff. It was kind of like TF2 from what they were saying. But it looked like a
Man,
really
I'll
good
play
time. Yeah.
No, that kind of worries me a little bit because like there's a lot of games coming out that are like Battleborn and stuff like that they all kind of seem a little bit similar. And what's the one that's being developed here in Austin? That's not Battleborn. It's
No, so there's Battleborn, and that's Gearbox in Dallas.
Right.
But then there's Battle Cry? Yes, it's
Right.
Battle Cry, and that's the one that's being done by Battle Cry Studios here in Austin.
That's rough.
and that's the one that's
There's-
kind of like
well,
a
here's the
little bit
thing. You
steampunk,
have-
right?
Yeah, you have Battleborn, Battle Cry, and Bloodborne, and I constantly get confused just by the names. They're all kind of distinct games, although Battle Cry and Battleborn have that MOBA flavor going on.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah,
That
I mean,
was-
it's like I think you just find the games you love and you just play them over and over again. Have you played Rocket League yet?
No.
You got to play Rocket League. There's a reason why I want you to play Rocket League. And I've asked you about it on the podcast for like weeks now, so I'm just going to tell you. Rocket League reminds me so much of Griffball, but I can't find any comparisons between Rocket League and Griffball out there. So maybe I'm the only person who feels that way.
I just feel like I played some RTX on the stage. That's all I've done.
Yeah.
But I can't get in the game. Like I'm just chasing it and I never like interact with it. I try so hard to hit the ball.
Were you
just
playing
miss.
4-on-4?
Yeah.
For the main stage RTX. That's why you're supposed to either play the game 3-on-3 or 2-on-2.
Oh, okay.
I think.
More
About the
tactical.
boosts.
Yeah, the 4-on-4 mode is actually called Chaos mode. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Griffball was always 4-on-4.
Griffball was always 4-on-4, but you had a little bit more control over your player and everything else. Anyway, so I don't want to derail from their PAX conversation. So
When'd you get back?
I got back on Sunday. I was not far behind you, but there's no way I was flying at 5 a.m.
I flew in at midnight, went to bed immediately. I met up with you and Adam at a bar, or you guys were at the hotel or something like that, and then went to bed, worked the whole day, and then I flew.
you flew up Friday at midnight.
No, yeah. So
Yeah,
I got there at
landed
midnight.
in Seattle at midnight.
I was there for
Friday.
like 27 hours.
Yeah,
or something like that.
those are crazy trips, man.
crazy shitty because I was at the airport at like 5 a.m. and I
What
was
did
just
you
like,
need to be back for?
moving my apartment, which I did all day yesterday.
With John
Outside of-
Reisinger.
Yeah, John came over and helped me with the couch and stuff. We fucked my couch. That thing is fucked, John.
You did.
We just humped it on both sides. No, like it wouldn't fit in the goddamn elevator. It's this giant fucking couch. So I had to
In
take it
your
up the
new apartment?
stairwell. Huh?
In the new apartment?
Yeah, in the new one. And
So-
then
John, did you have to lug this couch up? How many flights of stairs did you guys have to lug it up?
He's on the 5th floor.
God, what 5th floor?
yeah, it's nice.
What apartment complex is
Whoa, I'm not gonna say that.
5 floors? Or I mean, is it a building?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like
okay.
a mid-rise
There's like
apartment.
8 floors in the
Did you
building.
just ask if
Okay.
it was a building?
Well, yeah,
No,
yes, I did.
it's a
But like
treehouse.
most apartment complexes are 2 or maybe 3 floors
they,
in Austin.
A lot of them here are, unless are you downtown?
There's like a
now?
downtown
Okay.
building.
It's like
So,
yeah,
yeah.
it's like a condo.
So you have like a condo.
yeah,
You're in like
I have
a
a
full,
view
okay.
of the Capitol.
What street?
Oh, man, that's
What cross street?
I'm not telling you that.
I'll
But
tell
yeah,
everybody.
That was a pain in the dick.
How
we
did he
couldn't get
convince
into the
you to do
elevator.
Well,
that?
that's because you're not supposed to be fucking the couch.
Yeah.
John, how did he convince you to do that?
Well, he asked me to come help him move some stuff, and it was fine moving the stuff because most everything else went into just the elevator, and so it was like moving just like cheap IKEA furniture into an elevator, and then waiting for the elevator to take us up and then move it into his apartment. And so it really wasn't that big of a deal. I've done much worse moving jobs, but then we got the couch, and the couch just wouldn't go in the elevator. So we had to, so we were
An
like,
enormous couch.
yeah, we were doing the whole thing that like it was going up the stairwell and it was like moving so like slowly. You just barely shimmying it a little bit and then going up, rotating it, and doing the exact same thing 5 times.
We started like quoting and singing the Friends theme song. Just like pivot.
And we were doing that thing where like you laugh, and when you laugh, you lose all physical strength as well. And so
we kept becoming rubber bandmen where we'd be holding furniture and then I'd crack a joke and we'd just go, ah!
That's also really bad when you're swimming because you start to drown a little bit. You start laughing too
you have a
much.
lot of laugh moments while you're swimming, Gavin.
Yeah, sometimes.
Doing laps around the pool, just laughing to yourself.
I must be swimming wrong.
Yeah,
Have you been up to Michael's new pool yet? In his
it's
where
like
he
a
lives?
water park.
Yeah, Michael moved into this place where it's like they have a pool and it's a water park. It's an amusement park, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's got like splash pad spots and big old slide and everything. It's like a
Have
a
you
water
been there?
park. I've been to his house. I haven't been to the water park yet.
Oh, okay.
Man, he needs to host some serious swimmies.
No kidding, right? Can he get people in? Is there like a bracelet?
Oh, I'm sure.
Those closed.
No, but the
communities?
best part of the couch thing was that we got all the way up the stairwell and got to his door and it wouldn't go in the door.
What? Really? So what happened?
So we just like scratched our heads for a bit. I took the shoes off or the feet and
You
then
didn't
we
do that
still
before the stairs?
Couch.
still no.
Someone said it at the bottom of the stairs. You know, if you took the feet off, it might go up easier. We're like, nah, and just started going up the stairs.
Could you not take the couch in half?
No. It's like a big solid
What does
leather
that mean?
couch.
How would you take a couch in half?
Just, crack it down the middle.
Well, I mean, you
over
build,
my
Fold
knee.
it a
Fold
little
it?
bit and then put it back later.
you build some couches.
But thank you,
don't
John, because like, yeah, I know what a pain in the ass it is. I help people move all the time.
So what did you get out of it, Rise Mongler?
I got what I got out of it was the look on Blaine's face. Once he'd gotten the legs off and we finally Tetrised it into it, as it started actually getting to that point, we're like, oh, it's going into the apartment. He had this look of joy that was like someone told him that the disease is gone and he's gonna live.
Did either of you film any of this?
No,
No.
because we were just like it was. Well, we were both like moving a couch up the stairs. What are we filming?
John, did he
Wait,
cry?
let me get my GoPro helmet really quick. Let me get that, and then we'll go up the stairs.
John, did he cry like he does every time he watches the Star Wars trailer?
In my arms for a little bit.
Yeah, we had that
On the
happen.
couch?
That was
But that's
Are you
fine.
happy with the new Star Wars teaser that came out?
yeah, I
The
think
the one with the spoilers with the lightsaber.
Fuck that! I don't want to see that stuff anymore.
yeah. I mean,
done.
It blows with the same time the music to that though. It's like dun, 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 you know. I don't know. Yeah, it's cool.
John Reisinger also ate shit over there.
Yeah, John also tripped leaving. Bye, John. You can walk in front of the camera
Thanks
so
again,
people can see
John.
your handsome silhouette. There you go.
I cut John loose though because I know what a pain in the ass it is having people move, and like I was up until 5 a.m. this morning moving fucking furniture.
So you didn't sleep at all?
I slept 2 hours.
All right.
But I woke
You
up
didn't-
and I had a
you
view of
didn't really
downtown,
sleep.
and I was like, very nice.
So
You didn't really sleep Saturday night either, though.
No,
Which buildings could you see in your view?
Never mind. I can see the Capitol.
Oh, nice.
You guys had a good view. Were you staying with the Funhouse guys in Seattle?
No, I might as well because
The-
it's in and out.
Yeah, he was.
You stayed
Their
in it?
apartment, though, the place that they were staying was an Airbnb, and it had the most incredible view. They were looking down at the Space Needle.
I have a panorama
Is how amazing it was.
on my Instagram or my Twitter, Patrick, but it was fucking the Space Needle right there, the bay, downtown.
And it was a corner unit, so
water.
it was like wrap around. Like, oh, you want to see this side of Seattle? It looks gorgeous. You want to see this side of Seattle? It looks gorgeous, and there's fog beneath you.
Oh, that's awesome.
pretty
It was
good.
Didn't
really,
it rain
really
all day
cool.
on Sunday? Though I guess you guys weren't there for that.
It was kind of nice. I went and got
It-
lost for a while. And
It started
was-
raining on Saturday.
Did you go to the gun wall?
No, that's there?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that. Yeah, that's,
Oh, look at that panorama. That's
Yeah.
cool. So
Wow, yeah,
Patrick
that's
is now showing the panorama from Blaine's Instagram. What's your Instagram name? So people can
it's
look it up.
the Blaine, the underscore Blaine, but
The underscore.
that's where I
Blaine.
post all those stupid fucking videos. Yeah, I needed to get a contact case so I could switch out my contacts. My eyes were really dry, and then Adam wanted me to go get some Axe for him, so I like got lost in the
What?
city.
Oh, yeah.
That's enough right there.
I got lost and I just came back covered in like water, and I bought a shirt, like a tourist shirt, while I was out.
Why would you buy a shirt?
Because
it
you knew he
I
was covered
drenched.
in water.
So I got like a Seattle, like a Michigan shirt, and I was like, or wait, Washington shirt. Yeah.
That's something I've never heard Blaine say before. I need more shirts.
It was a size small.
Well, European women small. I would figure you in a wet shirt. That's like, all right, that's the look I'm going for.
As soon as I
The
came to the
problem
party, I just
being,
like
though,
ripped it off.
The problem being that all of us there like know him, so he's not impressing anyone.
I'm impressed.
Like,
Blaine,
here's the thing.
I'm still impressed.
We're already impressed. He doesn't need the wet shirt to do it for him.
I got you. That ship's already sailed. All right. Anything else from PAX?
You wanted to talk about the thing. You mentioned
Blaine
it.
Blaine getting high.
It's legal. It's legal.
All right. Well, actually, Gavin and I have something to show. It'd be a good preface to your story.
Okay.
Here, so
We did
Gavin
some
and I,
investigative journalism.
we did. Gavin and I went out and we investigated a topic that we had talked about on the podcast before, which is if donut places sell donuts and they sell donut holes. First of all, we want to know why don't they sell the donut corners? That's just missing. They sell the hole, but the corners, what happens to those? So theoretically, if that's the way the process actually works, donut holes should fit inside of donuts. So Gavin and I went out to investigate to see if that's actually true. We think we're going to blow the lid off of the donut hole industry.
Whistleblowers.
Take a look. So we came up with this on the podcast. We think the donut hole industry is a scam, and we're gonna check this to see if donut holes fit inside of donuts in the holes.
So what is the success? If we fit one perfectly into its counterpart?
Listen, there's all sorts of different donuts. I admit there could be a variation in when they cut the hole out.
Yeah.
That it could be one could be a little bit bigger.
They cut the corners off, they cut the hole out.
Right, and then but they don't sell the corners. They only sell the holes.
Yeah.
And I think it's a lie. I think they throw out the holes and they make all new holes, like baby carrots. Do you
Yeah.
know those are just carrots they whittle down?
Isn't it the same with corn? Baby corn?
There's no baby corn. We have a blueberry donut,
Okay.
we have a brown donut, and we have a white donut. So we have blue, brown, and white donuts. Gavin also, I want to point out, got a jelly donut.
Well, that was just for
Which-
fun. That was
which
just for, like my dessert.
doesn't have a hole. This is a blueberry hole and a blueberry donut. Should go right in. Not even close. Let me put it sideways. Nope.
How do you get a circle sideways? What do you mean?
Well, it's a little
spherical
bit,
object.
It's a little cylinder there.
Yeah. You want to thumb it in, see what it takes to
I'm gonna complete a donut.
Yeah.
If you
See,
eat
why don't they sell these? Like completed. Like build your own.
just like a biscuit. There we go.
Oh God.
That's a re-hold donut.
Alright, you want to show us the other side?
Not bad. Nah.
Wait, let me get a close up. Only that looks just awful.
Here, let me do this.
Looks like a dehydrated sphincter.
Go.
We're like grown men. Say.
We're in our car. We're in our car in the parking lot because we were too embarrassed to do it in the store. All right.
Wearing seatbelts, reenacting goatsy with donuts. Yeah.
Chocolate donut, brown holes.
Okay.
What is, it shouldn't be a hole. It should be a nub. That's the hole. This can't be the same as this.
Donubs.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
No way that's fitting. Look at that one. That's
That
tight.
one is
That
like
is
a
tight.
chocolate anus.
That's not doing anything. This is a lie. This whole industry is a lie. They should go right in.
Can we bring this to like the FCC or someone, like complain?
That's a good point.
Who is in charge?
FDA.
Of this? FDA.
Yeah, Food and Drug Administration. Here's a different hole. Oh, that one almost fit.
That
Gavin.
might be the one.
Gavin.
Look at that.
That's the
There's
chosen.
barely compression there. All right, show the other side. Oh, look. Have it. It just gozzed in all the other donuts.
Here, have your jelly donut.
Thanks, man.
That's a victory donut. I mean, the video is good. I don't know if it's good for killing the podcast.
Comes back, we're all gone. The seats are empty.
Patrick left.
Oh, no.
They were bragging about how quickly they could get the video up, but not how quickly they could bring us back.
Hey, let us know on Twitter if you can hear us or not. Somebody asked in the things too. They said, "Are they high?"
Are our mics up though? Can we just?
Can they hear us?
All right.
Oh, our mics dropped.
Oh.
Okay.
Hey.
So we have no video, but you guys can hear us. So we were watching the video, and we were thinking, it looks like we're high in this video,
absolutely
or at
looks
least
like
sounds
we're
like we
high.
are.
And we absolutely.
So
were
Blaine,
not.
tell the story about being in Seattle.
So-
and we'll get the video feed back up in a second, guys.
So it is legal there.
Patrick had to go to an appointment, so
And I
I'm
don't
watching
want
everyone furiously in the control room. Hey, there we are. We're back.
Yay.
I don't want to name any names, but there, yeah, we got some, things and stuff, and I had a flight, and knowing this, I still decided to, and this isn't my first time, I was tried it before, but I always get very paranoid, because I'm already a paranoid person.
Yeah.
Even more so on that.
Are you a paranoid person?
Oh, extremely.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah,
that against you.
I had a lot of fun, and then I had to go to the airport, so I had to get a cab back to my place. And the entire time, the girls are just like watching over me. They're like, "Are you okay, Blaine?" I was like, "Yeah, fine." Everybody was just like asking me questions to see if I was like okay, and yeah, I had to go to like airport security, and I was just like, "You just like afraid that they knew."
Perfectly legal, by the way.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
They probably did know. His eyes looked like they just stepped out of the seventh ring of hell.
Really? He was red?
They were like your shirt. They were.
Really?
I've never seen eyes like that. Like when you cry and your eyes get red. I would have imagined that.
I never cry.
Just bawling.
But it's nothing like that.
I just cried that whole night.
It looked like some crazy disorder.
Just tell people you saw the recent Star Wars trailer.
I just know that I ate a lot of pizza and a lot of animal crackers, and it was a fun night.
So Ashley and I did something right before she went to Seattle for PAX. We went to Ireland, and we visited with some of the RT Ireland fans.
Did you have a Guinness?
We had multiple
We
Guinnesses.
were wheels down for like 15 minutes before we had our first Guinness.
Did the Guinness taste better in Ireland?
Yes.
We had to cut the trip short for a couple of reasons. We had to cut the back end short because we had to be in LA for a thing. And then we had to cut the front end short because you and I got to shoot a really cool thing with Weird Al Yankovic.
And a sweet donut video.
Right. That actually, the donut video was when we were coming back from San Antonio from shooting that thing we did with Weird Al, which should be out pretty soon. It's not our thing, but it'll air on some of our stuff. And that was a lot of fun. Weird Al Yankovic's very, very funny dude.
He's really funny.
He's a really funny guy
Well,
and very
there's
nice
a surprise.
guy. Well, I know, right? But I mean, it's like,
He's a genius.
sometimes when you meet people that you admire on a professional level, you meet them and they're just kind of assholes. This was not the case. He was a good dude.
Lovely dude. And it's amazing how long he's been relevant.
Yeah, I
Very few
remember,
careers in entertainment can span 4 decades like
Yeah.
his has.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we were talking too about UHF when that came out. That was 83.
Ash, he was telling us
maybe?
his career started in 1976. Isn't that right? Somebody said?
Something like that,
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's crazy.
He doesn't
Okay.
look super old either.
Nope. Well, they had to age him up for this thing. 'cause
I
he was
saw a
playing
picture,
cat.
yeah.
Well, you'll see the video, see what he's playing, but I think you'll love it.
Yeah.
It's a great video.
And our makeup artist from Laser Team had to shove all of his hair under that wig. Which
Yeah,
was
she did the hair
no
for that day,
joke.
and she's like, "So I got this like gray wig for him to wear with short hair." And I'm like, "Your first time doing hair in like a year, and you're like taking
Weird
some of the most
Al's.
iconic hair in entertainment and like hiding it underneath this tiny little wig." But she got
looked
it all
so
in there.
good.
Yeah, looked amazing. The picture that Gav has in his Twitter, it shows Weird Al in his wig. But then Ashley and I, we got on a plane the next day, early in the morning. We flew to Ireland. And it was awesome. Ireland was one of the 2 places left that I definitely wanted to go, Ireland and India.
Because he still wants to get that head massage.
I do.
Do it.
I do.
I'll go.
I don't know if you could hear me, but I was telling Jeff when he was talking about his chiropractic stuff that it was
Yeah.
going to get your ASMR trigger going.
Yeah.
Because Gavin will just fall asleep when he watches chiropractic stuff.
It's like, yeah, that stuff, anything that's kind of like procedural is so relaxing.
Where people are being
What about
analyzed.
crime dramas?
I mean, not so much. I watched a bunch of bullcrap the other day. It was like,
Oh, there's Weirdo.
Yeah, that's him. All that hair, that's not his hair. That's a wig, and they put his hair underneath that.
That's
he has
a great
lot
wig.
of hair.
Yeah. But he plays I think it's pretty clear in that. He plays a head coach, is what he's
I
playing.
watched a video the other night of some woman, like, I think these videos are more relaxing to me when it's just utter toss. She's putting like different gems on people's bodies in
Yeah.
different places, and, like
Was she
healing
aligning their
energy.
chakras?
Yeah, she was doing
You
all
ever
that
seen
stuff.
cupping?
No.
Where they take the jars and they put a flame in it?
Oh, and it like sucks your skin in.
Yeah, and they
yeah, but that's
Yeah,
actually doing
cupping's
something.
crazy.
It's
Well, it-
actually like sucking your skin.
What is
Just
that
the fact
made of?
that she was putting stones on this woman was so relaxing to me. I don't know.
You know, we know a
Cupping,
guy,
at least
an
I
actor,
get a little bit.
a voice actor who does Reiki, and he's a Reiki master, a guy we work with, and he like can manipulate your karmic energy from afar.
I just imagine he's doing like a Rafiki, like he's got the staff and everything.
I was
Simba.
picturing.
if I told you, it wouldn't surprise you.
I was picturing
It's
really,
John Marshall
really
Reed,
tiny
the guy who plays
yard
director
tools.
in
That'd
Rivers
have been my
Blood.
first
That makes
guess.
sense. What's that?
Reiki.
Yeah.
Just really tiny yard tools.
No, they just stand here like this, and they'll do like glyphs, like this, just like
They won't be
I'm
touching
doing
you?
it right now, like this.
Stop! You're
But
distracting.
I know, right? But it's like it's crazy because when that's
Does your
cupping.
arm
Right
have
there.
a hernia?
What are those weird glass boobs?
So then that sucks it up in there because they can see the
You just
skin.
end up with these weird,
You
like,
can get crazy bruises from that.
yeah, it
She
looks
heats
like
up the air inside, then she puts it down, and then it makes a vacuum, so it sucks up your skin.
looks so
It
good.
looks like when you're done, it looks like you got attacked by an octopus.
yeah,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
you lost a giant paintball fight.
Here's how you can tell that's garbage. Gwyneth Paltrow does it. That's how. That's like it's just awful.
Isn't
Gwyneth
she
Paltrow
like
does
the
it.
most hated celebrity?
She's one of them. Yeah.
Why?
She's up there. Everyone
she do?
just says she's kind of a holier than thou bitch.
I think
but
I
cannot
think the lady
confirm 'cause I don't know
from, I think the lady from Knocked Up is hated more. Katherine Heigl.
Katherine Heigl. People
Yeah.
Really?
people dislike her an awful lot.
It's true.
And people hate Chevy Chase.
So let's talk about Chevy Chase is on the male side. Chevy Chase is one of the most hated,
Aries
for
is a
sure.
cock, yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about Ireland. Did you have a good time?
So good. My first meal, I had a stew. Everyone, I said on Twitter that I wanted to have a stew, and I was like, "Oh, you can do way better than that in Ireland."
Nope.
No, I can't.
She's a meat and potatoes girl, man. She loves stew. There's like a couple places in Austin that we go to get her stew.
Yeah,
What did you
because there's
think
not a lot of many
of
places to do them.
the Irish people?
Everything was great. I mean, Ireland is one of my favorite places on the planet now. I just absolutely love Ireland. I'm like half Irish. Like my dad's side of the family is 100% Irish. So I just I went back there and it felt very familiar to me and it felt very home-like. I loved it. I'm dying to take Ashley to Scotland because she's half Scottish. So
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna wear a tartan
You should.
and
Yeah,
eat some haggis.
I like Ireland
I'm not
a
gonna
lot.
eat haggis, by the way.
I
I
got
know
a-
what that's made out of. That's
Got
gross.
many
some
nice
hat.
gifts. I got a schlitter, which is the ball they use in
I'm pretty sure
hurling.
I'm pretty sure it's pronounced as that schlitter.
Schlitter. I got a schlitter. Yeah, but it was fantastic. Everybody there was great. My only regret is that there was about 350 people that came to the meetup, and we spent a lot of time making sure everyone got a photo and a signature if they wanted that. And as a result, we didn't get as much time to hang out and just talk with people.
Yeah.
But that's next time. And I'm working on something right now with the organizers of Art to Ireland where we're going to sit down and we're going to do a video Q&A from people who did some stuff there because we didn't have enough time to do everything.
It's always
we
hard
had a
with
blast
those,
though.
with those
It was
meetups.
so much fun.
They took us out to dinner the night before. It was a wonderful dinner. Everything was great.
If I have one regret, is that we didn't get outside of Dublin at all. I would have loved to pose as like being in the market for real estate castle. Just be like, yeah, I don't know about this castle. Just the location is. I was hoping for something lakeside. That
Not everyone's in the
I'm gonna
market for
moat.
castles, though. Some people are, for instance, in the market for underwear. When you look good, you feel great.
Did it really say you can keep it for free? Or did-
I like the idea that you'd have to send them back.
No, I mean, but, like,
you have
that's
to send
not-
those back
Keep
to
it
us.
for free.
A
Your
pair?
Your pair.
John
That's
just
so to
posted.
keep them for free?
No, pair is a singular. A pair of pants is a singular thing.
So a pair.
My pair of pants is in the drawer, not my pair of pants are in the drawer.
No, it's not. You're wrong.
A pair. When you talk about a pair is a singular thing.
It
My
does
underwear-
depend on how you're saying it because you were saying it's
Reisinger.
a pair of pants,
Dan.
but if you say pants, then it's plural.
Yeah, but
Like your pants are on.
a pair of anything is always
Eh?
plural.
Let me think about that.
Kind
Let
of
me
a
think about
singular
that.
pair.
Let me think about that. So if
Unless
I have a pair
you're
of
eating
people,
a pair.
I'm gonna
It
meet
just
the
changes
pair.
conjugation, Gav.
Yeah,
If
I
it's
think
a
Gav, I
pair,
get
it's
what you're
like
saying.
single.
Like if you said a pair of people,
I would
like,
say you can keep them even if you don't like it.
Yeah.
But you'd also say something like, "Oh, that couple is doing a thing." You're referring to multiple things in
That's
a single
true.
group.
If I said that couple are coming with us, that would sound weird.
Yeah. That couple is coming with you. Okay.
That couple is coming with us. It's a noun. It's a singular noun. We could have multiple couples, but a couple takes two individuals and makes them part of one unit.
You know, you
So
might be onto something there.
pairs unit. Thank you, Ashley.
You're welcome. Glad I
Ashley's
could help.
awesome at like explaining stuff. She's the one who got me off of GIF and saying GIF.
It's true.
Wait,
It's
you're
true.
saying
I'm
GIF now?
doing, I'm
I
doing
am,
God's
dude.
work. I'm
Shut
doing
up,
God's
fuckers.
work.
Damn it.
Everybody in here can suck a dick. No offense.
Where?
Thank you.
No.
Thank you. Glad to have you on my.
Well,
on my
all
side.
I'm saying is that, like, look, I will naturally say GIF probably until the day I die, but GIF.
As you should.
Somebody also pointed out to me that GIF, you say GIF because it's graphical, so you say GIF. But in JPEG, it's photograph, so you don't say JFEG, you say JPEG.
Also this. Say J.
Watch your mouth.
J,
Say JPEG.
JPEG,
Say G.
G,
Say GIF.
GIF. I mean, really, I mean, it is an acronym.
I
so
think at this point they should get rid of both and just start again.
yeah, it's a full term. Yeah. By the way, how long is a GIF going to be? GIF, whatever, going to be around? It's not going to be around for very much longer.
Why?
Just there'll be something that replaces it. Like I'm surprised PNGs or pings or whatever you want to call them hasn't completely taken
No,
over yet.
GIF. That's like the best part is that there's no audio and it's loops. Like I
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
they're
there's-
also
looks like
It's so
shit.
in the background. It's unobtrusive, but it's also like.
But the compression sucks though. So like a GIF that's like 5 seconds can be like 10 times the size of an HTML video file, the exact same size,
It's
length,
true.
I should say.
It's true. They're
Yeah.
enormous. We don't normally see it now because internet speeds are so high. But trying to load one of those, they'll be.
It's a series of images.
Enormous.
I tried to
So-
make a GIF last night. I didn't know. I just never made one.
I tried to make one in Photoshop. That was needlessly complex.
I was
Yeah,
trying to make a GIF
that's
from
tough.
like a 10-year-old video I made once.
You know, you're GIFing your own videos at this point?
Well, it was like a little tiny video of I had like a selfie stick thing, but it wasn't really. It was just a camera on a tripod.
You
But-
invented
Oh,
the selfie
I have
stick.
that in my notes.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, that you have you invented the selfie stick before
And
it
I
was a
was
thing.
using a camera that could only record for like 6 seconds.
Damn you, Gavin.
So I was vining with a selfie stick like a decade
Oh,
ago.
Jesus. I'm going to
It's
punch
bad.
you so hard right now.
So, by the way, RT Ireland just tweeted about the thing we talked about, which is the upcoming potential Q&A. So, there's a lot of people, because we're recording the podcast early
Yep.
today.
Can you
That
explain why?
well, we're just doing it because Gus isn't in town and he couldn't
He's
stop
not here to
us.
stop you.
And thankfully, Patrick, who is Patrick is back now. Oh, Patrick's back.
It just means we can have.
They fucked up the video feed. I'm gonna rat him out right now to you, Patrick. But thank you to Patrick for adjusting the time today, and thank you to
means-
Meg and Ryan for adjusting Free Play's time,
Yeah.
which they recorded. Which then thank you to Achievement Hunter for making room for Ryan to do that. So
It's good though doing it in office hours because more people can come and hang out and fight for their cause and arguments we have about them and stuff like that. And people in Europe can not stay up till 3 in the morning.
well, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, making a change to the way we deliver shows is a big deal, and we did this as kind of a test, but we'll see where it goes from here. But this
Yeah.
is not an ongoing thing. We're actually going to rebroadcast this at 7:30. Hopefully that works out. That's our normal time to do it. So.
There is a downside.
What's that?
There's no food. There's no food.
Yes. Tyler was talking about that earlier, and he said, we'll bring food next time.
Get your shit together, Tyler.
Yeah. He said, do we still want dinner? I was like, yeah, we do. Bring some food. You eat the pizza?
Now that I think of it, I can't complain because I wouldn't have eaten the pizza anyways.
Just get the pizza for the rebroadcast.
no way.
Everyone turns up
Pizza
before
sitting
the
in there
rebroadcast.
while somebody pushes a button to play it again. But I want to talk about a couple more things before we go. I don't think we have time. Is Miles around by any chance?
All right.
Miles is here. Miles is here. You want to jump on the? Actually,
Yeah,
you want to
how
swap
about-
out?
yeah.
with him?
Tag
Do you
team.
want to get up this close? You want to have an intimate conversation?
I've never been on the podcast with Miles before. I like this.
Oh, thank you very much.
Hey, Miles.
Miles has two cool things going on right now. One is less cool than the other, but two interesting things.
All right.
The season is ending, and then Miles also went through a breakup.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm doing okay, man. I'm
Yeah?
doing good.
He's doing fucking great. Well, I don't want
That's
to.
the emphasis there, man. It sounded like we were having great sex. Just so you know.
Are you sick?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No, this is dude.
Sound husky.
Okay, let me tell you something. I love this about my job at Rashid now. I get to watch two things. I get to watch Miles direct Red versus Blue, and just like it slowly grind him down, and then I get to watch Matt be CEO, which is just like I'm watching two people I really admire, and I know how high stress those jobs are, dude. I know how hard they are.
I went to Seattle with Matt to go check out Halo 5, and like the first thing on the plane, I'm like, so you like the CEO job? He just kind of stared off in silence for a minute. He goes, "This good." Yeah, no, things are busy, man. We just like minutes ago for the public, we put up episode 19.
Hopefully that didn't crash the site. Usually
It
does.
didn't. Dude,
Yeah.
we broke the site 2 weeks in a row, and last night was a sponsor release, so that was really, really cool.
Well, I told Adam we were going to be doing the podcast early. He said, "But you know, RVB goes on at the same time," and he was just like calling the CDN, like just spinning up servers. So hey, that's another good reason why
Yeah.
we should have the podcast early.
It's nuts, man. I think episode 18 was getting like 4,500 like requests per second or something
Wow,
crazy.
that's awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Fuck at me.
He was saying a bunch of things and then going, "Oh my fuck!" So I assume that's impressive. So yeah, it was really
Adam's
cool.
a big dude, so when he gets flustered, it's like especially like
Amazing.
threatening.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to put it.
Yeah.
But you got a cool thing coming up about talk to us a little bit about what's going on at the end of the season.
Yeah, so next week is the season finale, episode 20, and we are doing a screening of the entire season at the Alamo Draft House leading up to the finale, and I'm super fucking jazzed about it, man.
Yeah,
like,
man.
Is that gonna be again?
What's that?
When is it gonna be? The Alamo screening?
It's going to be the Alamo screening is next Monday. We're doing it at Yonkers, Kansas City, Houston, 2 locations here in Austin, and somewhere else. Maybe I don't remember.
Are you
there's
going?
a journal about it. I am going. I'm really
nice.
excited. I want to see the giant episode 18 fight on the big screen. I'll be honest. I really want to see that.
God, it's
With
so
all like
good.
that. Like,
Yeah, it was that whole thing was insane from like sound design, lighting, music, animation, like everything. And the last episode 19 is wild because that was done almost entirely with animated characters on machinima plates. Like that
Yep.
was because we had the geometry for that map Haven, but we just did not have the time to light it and dress it and mess with the textures. So what we did was we would get our shot in machinima and then give that shot to an animator. They would then go into the 3D version of that set, line up the same shot, and then animate from that angle.
mental.
But we don't know what the focal length on the Halo 4 theater camera is. And that
It's
made
just-
things really
it's
difficult.
Just infinity, isn't it?
It's not the focal length, the lens that they're using.
Gotcha.
I know it's a super wide angle, but we couldn't figure out exactly
Probably
what
like
it was.
I
30 something.
Yeah, there's like a
It's-
default number, but I don't think it like.
It's
I don't think
weird.
it's a
It's
correlation to
oddly
like
wide.
millimeters or anything. It's 7
Seven,
millimeters.
about 7 millimeters.
I mean,
That's
but
all
it
is.
wouldn't accurately.
Ultimate callback.
You wouldn't get the same distortion though, would you? On like,
Yeah.
an actual lens.
Yeah. I mean, it's like they could make it even not a round lens if they wanted to. I mean, it's a digital product, so
But yeah,
it's hard to match that stuff. In season 8, that's what we had to do. We had to take the machinima world and add animated elements to it, and that was hard.
Yeah.
It was really hard.
Yeah, it was really, really stressful, but we had an amazing team, and they're all working on Ruby 3 right now.
Yep.
And that's a thing.
our animation team is like they're amazing. It's like a whole system now, like rolling from one major project to another major project all the time.
And it's great because then we don't have to like let people go. We can keep people on, move right into the next project, and we've just become like a really close, nerdy family.
I'm asking this knowing the answer to it, but are you gonna have any time between projects to rest?
We'll see. Well, what we're doing with season 14 will hopefully give me a bit of relief to work on some other stuff.
Yeah, which we've started working on as well. We've talked about it before. We talked about it at the RTX panel for Red vs. Blue, but for season 14 of Red vs. Blue, we're going to shake things up a little bit because
Yeah.
we're at a kind of a crossroads for some storylines, and we're going to invite other people that we admire to come participate in making Red vs. Blue. I had a great time. The last episode of Red vs. Blue for this season is, I think, the only one that I wrote along with you. Like I wrote parts of it.
Yeah.
in
It
conjunction
was like
with you.
we started working on that like. When did we start working on season 11? Like it was back in season 11 when the idea for the finale episode was planted, and we've been working towards that. And really excited. We're going to be doing a Q&A at the Draft House event that'll be recorded and posted later. And then I think we're also doing we're going to be on with AfterBuzz TV later that night. So that'll be a lot of fun.
No, that's really cool.
Yeah. But yeah, man, shit's been good. RVB's going great. Ruby's going great. I like kind of have a social life again. I'm like running and like going out places and stuff. So it's pretty cool. I learned about Tinder. Dating world has changed.
I'm so excited.
All right, like I didn't know. I've been in a relationship for a long time. I didn't know how easy the dating world is.
Yeah,
become
I was
now.
out
It's like
10
it's
years.
weird.
I was out 10 years before my breakup. Actually, technically 11 years.
It's Tinder. It's just for shagging, right?
No.
No.
No, it's not.
I mean, it can be like
It absolutely can be.
No, it's like to me, it makes perfect sense. It's like if you are not the kind of person that's going to go out to a bar every night and see somebody that you find attractive and then go strike up a conversation, hope that they're not a psychopath. If you don't want to deal with that, then you can just do it on your phone. It's like, okay, this person's moderately attractive. There's some interest there. Start up a conversation. Like people were like, oh, it's just based off of like artificial looks and stuff. It's like, well, yeah, that's what you do in the real world too.
I guess that's
Like,
true.
No one's going to go up to someone that they think is a disgusting lard ass and go, maybe they have a golden personality, and like walk out and be like, hey, my name's Ma. Like,
But the thing is like that barrier, that initial barrier of like, does this person think that I'm attractive? Is just gone. It's like it's established. Okay, you're both attracted to each other. Let's carry on from there.
Yeah.
I was so excited when you like texted me that.
Dude.
I gave you like pages of.
so I made it as a joke. Well, not a joke,
Pages
but
of
like
Minch?
I
No, just like of information.
I
of
made an
stuff.
account just out of sheer curiosity. I was like, let's just see what this thing is, whatever. And within 5 minutes, I found a profile for a Chihuahua, and it was like, yeah, make me beg for it. It's like a black and white photo of this dog. I was like, okay, so Tinder's the best thing ever. And then I don't know, it's just like I don't know, we'll be on it every now and then. It's a cool app. It's great for your confidence, so that's awesome. So
Take your time.
yeah. I'm in no.
How long were you
rush.
dating before?
We were dating for like 4 years, 3.5 years.
It's a long time.
Yeah, it's a really long
take
time.
some time.
It's good
So
years,
for me,
man.
it's like
Good
ever
years.
since I've known you,
Yeah,
you've
yeah.
never been single.
Yeah, so it's weird. This is new single miles now. Whoa.
Let's
I
see
don't
what
know
he
the
gets
fuck
up
that
to.
means, yeah. But yeah, no, I'm in no rush right now. I'm just focusing on trying to work off all the crunch weight and like, I don't know, see all my friends that I've ignored for the past like year because I've been
That's
here.
right.
It's like, hey, Sam, how's it going? Not dead. Want to get lunch? Like, that's pretty much
Well, if
what
you
I've
like
been
an
doing.
attractive, intelligent, funny guy who works about 95 hours a week,
Blaine's right here.
This is your dude. This is your dude. How many hours a week do you think you work at this point?
I don't know. A lot. Well, now it's slowed down a little bit because now Carrie's going through that. Carrie's now
Yeah.
the guy that we'll be working on a script together, and he's getting pulled away every 5 seconds because people have questions about lighting or this camera or what are we doing about this voice actor. Yeah, it's nuts. Like we like lock ourselves. We have a company writers room now, which is the best thing ever.
We like
and
hooked as soon as the Achievement Hunter left. The
Dibs.
writers room is the old support office. So
Yeah.
like Caleb and Lindsay and Trevor and Caden's office. That's where we are.
It's also
I've
painted
noticed
green, which
right.
is a very soothing color to me.
Yeah.
It's got a
Green
big
is
beam down
not
there.
soothing.
When you smoke
Oh,
it.
it's so smoothing. No, do not make me the new weed guy. I tried it
Oh, dude,
because I
you're
was
the
in
weed guy.
I was
Place 420, man.
Fuck! I was in Seattle.
Yeah.
It was legal. I tried it out. Stop it. I don't want to be the new weed guy. My parents will.
So dank, Blaine.
God damn it. I'm the bro guy.
Well,
Let
listen,
me be the bro guy.
We're about to wrap up the podcast, but as soon as we do, you should definitely go check out the latest episode of Red vs. Blue.
Yes.
Only one more episode until the end of the season. What a great time, if you haven't seen it, to binge watch the entire season. You'll be all geared up for the finale,
Yeah.
which will be next week.
It's gonna be good.
It's a good finale. It's going to be big.
Do you want to briefly hear about how Dan messed up another food order at Witch Witch?
Get up there, Dan. Let's hear it. Get up there. Get up on there, Dan.
Wrap
I gotta
up,
hear
wrap up,
this.
wrap up.
I
Dan,
have to
go.
hear this.
Last time we discovered that it is possible to mess up Witch Witch. Dan, what'd you do this time?
You're messing up the shot, Dan. Back up.
You're good. You're good.
Keep going.
I want to see the flat fall over.
Oh, hey. Yeah,
Hey,
so-
Meg, go stand in your broad where he needs to stand so he knows where to go. How about that?
There's an X here, but
That's it. You got it.
the top of my head's gone.
That's what Tyler's here to do. You're fine.
You're fine. You're fine.
Good job, Tyler.
I've messed everything up today, haven't I, really?
No, you're good.
I just signed it instead of writing. I usually write a stupid name, like so they read out the name or try and read out the name. Like last time I did Bjorn, and they said Bjorn or whatever it is. So we just do stuff like that. But this time I just decided to sign it. It's nothing much.
He wrote his autograph on it,
Yeah,
basically.
in cursive.
Unpronounceable, yeah, just like squiggle.
So how do they pronounce your name? Don?
He's
I had too much
scrunched it up
pride.
and
I
threw it
screwed it
away.
up and threw it away and tried again.
You had to fill the whole thing out again?
I just don't get
Why don't you
them.
just cross out?
Because it says ultimate or whatever for the BLT, and you click that, and then you get it has a
Click
list,
it.
but not everything's
Click
on
it
it.
with a pen.
So I have to do the build your own and just tick everything. So I don't really know how it works.
Dude, was it a good sandwich when you were done?
It was amazing.
All right, well, I'm happy.
That's all that
for you.
matters at the end. of the day,
Exactly
yeah.
right.
Dan ordering is a never-ending source of entertainment. All right, we're about to wrap up here, but I just want to say, Laser Team, if you haven't heard, has its official premiere date. It'll be next month. We're less than 30 days away at this point. It'll be premiering at Fantastic Fest. If you're a backer for the film, Chelsea's going to have some information about you about when you're going to be able to see it as well. Like we said in the crowdfunding campaign, that as soon as we have digital copies available that go out to the world, our backers will be receiving those as well. And then there's some people who contributed at the premiere level, and we're currently working on something to get you guys here so you can see the premiere. What's the other thing I want to cover? Oh, props to Brandon, who got engaged.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what?
Brandon is
Yeah,
engaged.
right?
What? Are you serious?
He got engaged this weekend.
Is he here?
I don't know where Brandon's
running around.
That's amazing. I'm so happy right now.
Brandon!
Congratulations, asshole.
Hey, there's Brandon. Whose beautiful pug recently appeared in a video with Meg.
Look at that rock.
Is that out yet?
The pug, it wasn't his pug, it was a rescue pug.
Oh, right. It was a rescue pug that we had to get because Brandon's pug was trapped in Mexico. I'm not even going to ask questions. I'm not even going to ask questions. But congratulations to Brandon for getting engaged. And to his fiance, we say good luck.
Yeah, Godspeed.
It gets better. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning into this early version of the Rooster Teeth podcast. Let us know what you thought about it. Maybe we'll be able to do it early in the future as well. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Bye.